radio. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon. You from Vonjema, Maryland, to spoon. To spoon. If you ain't kept on graduate, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon.
My fellow Liberians, as I speak to you tonight on the eve of another consequential political transitions in recent history of our beloved nation, I am filled with a profound sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your president and commander-in-chief for the past 6 years. Together, in 2018, we embarked on a journey to build a united, peaceful, and prosperous Liberia. And I am deeply thankful for the trust and support you have bestowed upon me and my administration during my tenure. As we navigate the complexity of governance, your partnership was instrumental in the development and implementation of policies and programs that aim to bring progress and development to our great nation. Reflecting on the accomplishment of these 6 years, let me tell you that I am proud of what we have achieved together. We have built roads, supported free wires and free tuition at high schools and public universities, stabilized the macroeconomic challenges we face in 2018, built hundreds of pro-poor housing units, and achieved on so many fronts that we are able to list here today. However, I acknowledge that there is always room for improvement, and perhaps more could have been done under different circumstances. Regrettably, some of the long-term projects we initiated did not reach completion during my tenure. I am hopeful that the incoming administration will carry the torch forward and bring these initiatives to fruition for the benefit of all Liberians. Fellow compatriots, rumors and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts of the transition. I must report to you that we are leaving behind a better economy than we inherited. Today, President-elect Joseph Nyimabuaka will inherit a stronger economy than I inherited. There is a bigger net international reserve position than was handed me in 2018. I inherited 94 million $999,000 United States dollars in net international reserves. And I am handing over to the next administration a net international reserve position of $222,700,000 United States dollars. This is 136% increase in the net international reserve position. The total cash balance in the government's consolidated account is United States $40,444,365.90. In 2018, my government inherited a consolidated cash position of $7 million United States dollars. The next administration thus has more resources to deal with emergency macroeconomic challenges than my administration had at its disposal in 2018. My fellow citizens, through our time together, I held still fast to two cornerstones of leadership: keeping the peace and upholding the democratic process and the rule of law. As you are aware, Liberia, for the first time in over 7 decades, experienced a peaceful transition of power when I assumed the presidency in 2018. Tomorrow, we will witness another historic moment as I hand over the reins of government to my successor, President-elect Joseph Nima Boakai, making yet another significant milestone in our democratic journey. I am immensely proud that during my tenure, Liberia remained at peace with its
They have to wait.
That time will come. So I understand there is just this much time. So, Mr. Marshal of the Supreme Court of Liberia,
Historic moment.
kindly proceed to the President-elect, His Excellency Joseph Numa Boakai Sr., and escort him to the podium for the administering of the oath of office. And I ask all of us to please be prepared that at the commencement of that solemn moment,
it's 12 o'clock.
At the commencement of the administering of the oath, you will please stand.
As you can see, it's 12 noon. Mr. President-elect,
Mr. President-elect, you will please place your left hand on the Bible being held by your wife.
Raise your right hand.
And you will kindly raise your right hand, sir.
Exactly.
And repeat after me. All standing, please. I, Joseph Numa Boakai Sr., do solemnly swear.
Can we hear him?
No, they did not
I
have
will
a second mic.
support, uphold, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the Republic of Liberia, bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic, and will faithfully
and
conscientiously and impartially discharge the duties and functions of the office
Functions of the office
of President
wait.
of the Republic of Liberia
Liberia.
to the best of my ability.
To the
So help me God.
That's all. The people wanted a change, and we have no option but to do the people's bidding. International history and destiny, my fellow compatriots, permit me to say a few words about my person and this political journey. First, Katumu, my wife, friend, and confidant over 50 years. And I humbled and moved by the overwhelming demonstration of love, affection, and support from you, the great people of this country. On the journey and this road, the last 5 decades, we have met different people, old and young, rich and poor, great and ordinary, sick and healthy. We have been in your houses, in your farms, your businesses. We have mourned with you and shared in your joy. Felt your pain, your frustrations, your hopes. The experience of our journey and the stories of resilience, determination, courage, the success have provided me with a profound insight, compassion, service for the public good. We must unite to confront the challenges and break free from the stranglehold that one people, indivisible, common purpose, who must come together in common purpose, who must come together in our diversity to build a stable and harmonious society in which every Liberian man and woman and every boy or girl can have a chance to live a dignified life. This presidential election was hard fought and looked to have further divided the country politically and regionally. But what unites us is bigger than a divider. Therefore, extending the hand of cooperation and peace to many political opponents, knowing the common bond between us, Liberia, and the need to harness its potential of the people. As I said, we must work together or fall separately. I am therefore assuring all Liberians that whether you voted for me or not, party, affiliation, country, religion, gender, and region, socio-economic status, there is no contest between us now. The so-called Green Liberia and Blue Liberia, Southeastern Liberia.
We are not getting the audio well, so we can hear the president saying something.
I don't think he wants to talk. I think he rejected the. I think he wants to talk. He didn't consent when the journalist tried to go into him. He didn't agree. I don't think he wants.
So the former president of Liberia is being accompanied by his wife, Madame Claude. We are ready, and of course behind you is former city mayor of Monrovia, Mayor Coach. So he's also meeting with the former justice minister.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon.
Okay, indeed, tune to Spoon to be part of our discussion. Tune to Spoon to get your information, to know exactly what's happening in Liberia, what's happening in the ministries, the agencies, and of course, this is where we get to talk about the trending national issues. We come up here with diverse views, discussing those issues, void of sentiment, and of course, we are here every night. I'd like to say welcome to all of you who have joined us tonight on this edition of the late night show. We're live on Spoon 107.5 FM. We're live on Fabric 101.1, Super 95.5, and online as well. Spoon TV, Fabric TV, Super TV. Those of you joining us online, we ask you to kindly share the program as we, I guess, said, to bring you another fascinating show. It's gonna be firing. It's gonna be great. Kindly share the program. Let's have a great conversation tonight. Let me go across now and bring in the team. I'm Nelson Colette. Let me bring in the rest of the team here. Our co-moderator Moba Zoka. Moba, welcome to the show. Let me bring in the lady Amy Marshall Territory. Amy, welcome to the show. It's good to have you.
What's your former dress code?
Okay, there you go. No, we had this discussion to come up here. You don't make out to toilet thing.
But you want me to wear code, my man? You want me to wear code?
No, we're removing mobile right now. Mobile will go and come back corporate. You know, we discuss this thing.
You want me to put code?
Mobile, don't do that thing, man.
Okay, I got code. Let me go put code.
Go and come back. This is Inauguration Day, my man. Mobile, don't try.
It's Celebration Day, mobile. Go where
Okay, so let me
African.
In fact, I'll be looking in the back. Sandy, don't try us. Let me see. Marie, okay, let me bring Marie on. Marie, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Country Club. You learn your lesson.
I think Country Club that on JB today.
I have to represent.
Oh my word!
I know what
Oh wow! You know, I don't know how to say this. Welcome, Officer Hans Johnson.
Thank you, Nelson.
See you, beautiful attire in African, you know, and you know.
Should I put a hat on too?
Yeah.
No, don't bother. You want to get? Yeah, you can get a hat. You know, that would be okay. But welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So too, I was trying to tie this.
Oh my God. You don't want to see what Mickey Mickey reminds me of the 10 Liberian dollars bill. Joseph Jiggy Rabbit's photos on that bill. You want to see that quote that Joseph Jiggy Rabbit? Look, Mickey, you know they remember just that Jingy Rouse.
My man, they think what they call torture. Forcing her against our will, my man. My first day back, the man forcing me to wear coat.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but it's gonna be a great show. You know, we're doing it this way because maybe we'll do this maybe twice a week or something. You know?
Yes. Nah, I'm not there. I pick you.
Yes.
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 Some of us we are.
We supposed to wear your purpose.
Some of us we are. If you don't in the offices, I beg you don't.
My man, Jeff for one night say
they don't mind their husband. Their husband 24/7. 7 days of 24/7. They man uniform looking for escape route.
Francis, don't try out. Francis, don't try out. Go upstairs and come back. Don't try out.
Thank you, Nelson. I like this. You see, new government, new era, new changes.
Let me bring Moba. Moba, somebody said that Moba's doing one wedding.
Awa.
What? Look, the late night show is gonna be fun tonight. Those of you listening, you're trying to come online and watch this thing here. You're missing out on something very interesting.
I was trying to tie this.
We told Moba 2 hours. We told Moba we're not bringing him on until he comes. The man went from pink coat. You check out the boy forgot about the code somewhere. He was not even thinking about it for a very long time. Somehow, some way.
I
understand it. I swear. The thing
is somebody wedding.
You check it out. They told you.
No, not wedding code. The wedding they're talking about.
But who are you saying the wedding? You.
I was saying wedding picture. Don't worry.
That wedding, but that marriage never even lasted for 1 month.
Why? Because Moba's doing the wedding.
I know.
Don't mind.
Let me bring Rudolph. Oh wow. Hey, you know this show is going to be
Rudolph got the memo of the show.
Me and Rudolph stood in the same wedding, so
I know.
And Sandy just came from the southeast.
I left Sandy people wedding because my
Sandy. There you go, Sandy.
I love that color.
That is speech right up, man.
You're making me to go to Greg there. I was not expecting this.
Oh yeah. Princess saying you're going upstairs to go come back.
It would take friends no because friends can fire code man. All right, they
yeah. So it's gonna be a great show tonight. I want to say welcome to everyone. Prince, to now buy you to work. You to work. You get love, but you can make it.
But you not make it.
To now buy you not make it. You get love. Maggie said get love, but she make
it. Didn't get good days off. You won't do it.
Maggie get love, but she can't make it.
Coming for the man who can be crying all day, my man. I want the off. I can't get the off. You put your more
we coming off on this show, man. We're not doing no t-shirt and all that kind of thing here today. But again, it's a good thing to be here. The long-awaited day has come. In other parts of the world, it's gone. Those of you in the US and other places, yes, you stay enjoying the 22nd of January. Yes, when Liberians waited eagerly to see the president-elect get sworn into power, taking the oath of office, let me put it that way. So many people term it as a historic day for our country. And yes, a whole lot. Too many things to talk about. We are here. We're 8 on set now, excluding me, so we're 7. So let's do a quick, just a quick one. I'm gonna give let's do maybe just 30 seconds. Just a quick one. Your takeaway. I mean, what you captured today from the whole activity, the inauguration, or what's on your mind? In general, just a very quick one. Moving into our actual discussion tonight. So we're gonna make the rounds. I'll set the timer because we have a jam show tonight. We should have had a guest, but we thought to table him for tomorrow because lots of things to talk about here today. And today is inauguration day. So the issue our guests want to talk about, we can table that once more. We talk about the inauguration and everything surrounding it, and then we can bring him on tomorrow. So, but it's good to be here. I'll set the timer. Let's make it 45 seconds or so. Just your takeaway, your impression, what you capture from the day and everything. Let's start with you, Cindy, and then we can move on to Rudolph, and then Moba. Just in that order. So then let's hear from you.
So, good evening to all of you. It's good to be here. A new day for our country, Liberia. But my takeaway on the event today, I mean, was a historic day for our country. I will say this: the planning of the program was poor. The planning of the program was poor, and because of the poor planning of that program led to the embarrassment our country faced today. You pulled thousands of people on that heat. You knew exactly what the temperature was going to be today. We can sit here, all of us can sit here on our phone and read what Liberia temperature will be for the next 1 month. We can do it. They knew exactly how it was going to be today. You have no ventilation out there. There is no water spray. There is nothing. There is no fence out there. Let's forget about what happened to JMB. JMB was not the only person that got affected today from what happened. Someone lost their life. As I heard, there are a couple folks, if not more, in the hospital. So the program, the planning of the program was poor. Whosoever planned that program should be embarrassed of themselves. You brought embarrassment to our country. But yes, we had a peaceful transition.
Thank you.
President who flew to Paris right after the program and to a new president. Congratulations to Liberia.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I just want us to end up from here, then we go to Rudolph. So, Alfred, Rudolph, can you kindly mute? Alfred, welcome to the show. You're coming in a beautiful African attire. Thank you for joining us. You remind me of what's the famous African chief? Anyway, we'll get there. But just for the 5 seconds, quickly, Alfred, your takeaway and just anything you want to talk about.
Chief Jalalo of Bapulu County.
Go ahead, Chief.
Well, today I witnessed again in my lifetime another transfer of power. It speaks to the general idea of the formation of Liberia, that Liberia will have become a beacon of hope for the dark continent of Africa, where free oppressed people will once again receive their freedom, and Liberia will have become that trajectory to make sure that happens. And for me today, I see that in 1847, Liberia gained her political freedom. Today, with the free transfer of power from Babuba to Joseph Iman Boakai, today, that's my personal opinion. Liberians and Liberia around the world gain their economic freedom, because I know when Joe Boakai takes office in the next 6 years,
thank you,
Liberia will see itself back on its feet. Economically, Liberian will be proud of themselves. We have gained our economic freedom today. Thank you.
Thank you. Rudolph, let's hear from you quickly. Your own for the 5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, after a long stay from the show, what a time to be back on the day of inauguration. The plain embarrassment, is going to remain the highlight of the program. But for me, what I took away is that JNB, during the time of campaign, and even before the time of campaign, he has always said, think Liberia, love Liberia, and build Liberia. And when he arrived today, I saw what he was wearing. And I think that spoke to his message. Think Liberia, love Liberia, and build Liberia. Because that clothes, the cotton for that clothes was grown in Liberia by Liberian farmers. It was weaved in Liberia, and he wore it to his inauguration. That is the beginning of what he always preached.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, good evening to everybody and all of our listeners and viewers around the world. And good morning also, depending on your locale. Um, I mean, what my brother Sandy said is to the money. The planning was poor, and I know the head of that committee was Andy Miata. But here is my thing, right? As I said in our group chat today, this is one of the situations where I will appreciate a dictator, right? Because in the sense that if I was President Buakai and a dictator, that guy who wrote that speech, I will collect him, put him on that stand, put that body armor on him, put a suit attire on him, make him stand there from morning to the next morning and repeat that speech so he can understand what it takes for a 70-plus-year-old man to read a 24 or 28-page paper speech. That is, listen, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's like you giving the history of Liberia, the present condition of Liberia, then you put it in prophecy about the future. It doesn't add up. It just creates boredom for the audience, and they will not remember anything. What was the essence of that? All those things that you wrote in that speech, it will not do anything. Only actions will make JMB legacy to be strong. You can't come on and look. We should graduate from that stage of writing like
Thank you.
University of Liberia.
Thank you very much, sir. Officer Johnson, let's hear from you quickly, sir. Your 45
I
seconds.
hope we talk about this speech later today.
No, that's part of our discussion. We just want you, we want you to take your 45 seconds on the speech. Or not basically on the speech, but just your takeaway from the whole inauguration. It could be about anything, just the different happenings. Let's hear from you, Officer Johnson, quickly.
Thank you, Nelson. I hope you started the clock. I want to say hello, hello, everybody.
8 seconds already gone.
Look at that. Greetings to everybody there in Liberia and TV and radio land. I want to say congratulations to the people of Liberia. Congratulations to all Liberians, and congratulations and well wishes to President Joseph Yima Boyka and Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn, First Lady and Second Lady, and to everybody in Liberia. Yes, we're gonna stick to it. The planning was poor, but I'm happy to be sitting here and say I'm representing Liberia, my Gola clan, my late grandfather, great grandfather, Ja Mali chiefdom. I'm happy to be a clan from that district. Thank you, and we'll talk more later.
Thank you. And the way you twisted the cap, but that's a good one. Mama, let's hear from you, sir. Someone said, whose wedding was that? Anyway, go ahead. Did I mute you? Okay, let me unmute you. Okay,
thank you.
Ahead.
Today was one of the days that I think it was 2 elections. I mean, that's the 3 elections I watched, transition power and stuff. But I'm so excited today. At least our president was able to, go home safely, and the medical protocol came out. He was okay. The report, he was okay. Despite people were saying all kinds of things, but it's happening. It's happening all around the world during George Weah regime. When doing his inauguration, people die on the field, people fainted and all. So, although we wanted to happen during this regime, but it's happening based on the poor preparation, as we all alluded to. But then we see, end of the day, everything went smoothly, and people who were taken to the hospital responding, that they responded very well, and they're all okay. So that's my thought for now until weekend. Yeah, and my condolences to the brother to his family who passed out today. Yeah, my condolences to his family and also his friends.
Okay, thank you, Moba. Then we move to Amy. Okay, Mary. Let's hear from Mary. Mary, you're in, and then you went off. Let me unmute you. Okay, go ahead.
Is it me?
Yeah.
For me, for my opening statement, I just want to congratulate our president, His Excellency Joseph Boyka, for his resilience that he showed today, even with the temperature and everything that was going on with him, being an older person in
such a situation where even younger people were affected by it, he was still adamant on completing his speech. That shows his the intent of his fight for Liberia and how serious he wants to take Liberia. And I'm a proud Liberian today because of him. Thank you.
Okay. So, Emmy, now let's hear you, and then we move to our discussion quickly.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. Thank you, everyone. Hey, guys. Your African cloth today got me excited because I see that as a tribute to JMB. So, I think I wish I had one. I don't, so I will up. So, yeah, today was a great day. Oh, a little hiccup in the middle, but it happens, right? He got inaugurated, and thank God, whatever the devil meant for evil, he turned it around. And I'm so sad about the other folks because it wasn't just like somebody has said already. It wasn't just JMB, and we're hearing that someone died in the process, and it's very saddening. And everybody have already said that the planning was very poor, and I just hope we can learn from this. And it's just saddening that this person that passed would not live on to see the progress that will be made in that area. But yeah, other than that, it was great, and thank God for GMB Health. And yeah, we hope we can move on, and Liberia becomes the country that we all hoping and wishing that it becomes.
Okay, so great. A lot to talk about today. Interestingly, we didn't have the show. We didn't get to talk about some of those training issues even before the election, the day before the election, um, from the turning over. Uh, Mayor Koji turned over President George Weah had made his presented his farewell message. The first day they did hers, and all of those different issues happening just one after another. So we didn't get to dive into them or make some analysis around those issues. But here we are. Today, the long awaited inauguration happened. It took place. Liberians gathered from different parts of the world to witness the event. And of course, some people were watching from their respective locations across the world to have a feel of what was happening here in Liberia today. But let's talk about the event. Let's talk about everything that happened today. Um, and I know the most important thing, and that training issue is the speech. And interestingly, a lot of you touched on that. A lot of you expressed your own thoughts on it. But we're gonna do the first 1 minute each on this whole speech thing. Over 20 pages. Over 20 pages. And as you stroll on the social media, as you listen to the radio, even here in Liberia, there are different analyses around what happened today. Well, there was heat exhaustion that the president suffered from today, and as someone who was on the ground, I can tell you for a fact that even after all that running around doing acting a hero, at a point I almost felt I had not been for had I not located somewhere where they had waters just nearby to buy something, uh, maybe something like ambulance or coming to me from on
If
that
you
place.
get some, if you
It
get
was
some,
serious. All right, it was serious. The canopies those guys put up is like a plastic or a rubber kind of stuff, and when the heat hits that thing, it the heat intensifies. So the fact that there is absolutely no AC or whatever to sort of quench that heat that's already been produced, it becomes a serious problem. You saw the international guests and all of those people fanning themselves with the program sheet and everything they had. Every single thing you had, you wanted to fan yourself, unless you left that particular location and went at the back of the building under the tree, then you felt that relief as though you were taken from some sort of oven. Let's start with the protocol, and then we'll come to the speech. Judging from everything that happened today, the setup, do you think the venue in the first place, the venue, having that occasion outside, knowing fully well that there's a huge sunshine, is hot here, and then just depending on canopy, do you think it was appropriate to have that occasion outside, right outside in the yard of the Capitol of the Capitol building? Secondly, the speech and everything that happened around it. I mean, let's take the first 1 minute each on this one, and then we're gonna come to the other issues. Let's start with you, Marie. What do you make of the whole protocol, the setup, and everything in the first place? Again, you are muted.
I'm sorry, I just unmuted myself.
Okay.
Like Cindy previously stated, the planning was very poor by the organizing team. I believe that even if they did not plan to have some form of air provided to the president, when he got on the stage and they saw the level of heat that was out there, I believe someone should have been on that stage fanning him, because you have other people around him, even fanning themselves, trying to get some air. Much imagine an older man. I believe from a medical standpoint, maybe Cindy can attest to that as well, that JMB experienced hypothermia today. He's an older guy. He has a higher race for experiencing that. And in that form of humility, you expected something like that. Not to talk about they put a bulletproof vest under him, and then with this country cloth with a hat on his head. So he was,
let's take it one step at a time, Marie. The bulletproof vest, plus the African shirt, and all those different things that were
another share
one after another.
I mean, no, the African.
And the venue, which of the two you think impacted the situation today and resulted to what it resulted to?
Well, I think the venue will have made the setting conducive enough for whatever he was going to wear.
Okay.
I expected the stage to have some form of podium with air coming through it, maybe like a fan, they face something there for a fan to be there, so whoever goes and stand there will get some form of air, especially with that type of heat that was out there. And the people that was with him as well, I know, he was being made the president today, so his team wasn't, including medical personnel. But with that type of heat that was out there, I expected maybe somebody from his advisory board that have experience in the medical field to tell them that, the possibility of him withstanding that amount of heat with the attire he had on. And then, not to top it off, the organizers, they didn't even give the man water. He suffered from dehydration on that stage as well.
Now let's hear from you, Alfred. Judging from everything that happened today, the venue or the outfit, which of the two, which one of the two you think really impacted the situation and resulted to what happened today?
I will pick up from where Sister Marie stopped. The outfit, I think the venue would have, be conducive enough to impact whatever, dress he had on, because, from a security standpoint, even my brother Heinz can testify, the bulletproof jacket itself has its own weight. It has its own heat, right? And then you put it on
it's good you're bringing that in. Did he really need a bulletproof jacket today?
Yes. Yes, he needed that.
Security standpoint.
From a security standpoint, he needed that because
Okay,
at this point in
considering
time,
the heat
at this
from the
point in
health
time, he
standpoint,
was the
okay,
most.
yeah,
Everybody else over there, JMB was the most important person in our gathering. So from a security standpoint, he needed that.
okay,
All
okay.
right. Now talking about the speech, if I were JMB, I would suspend that speech right up because right now as I speak to you, the Liberian poor didn't want to hear about JMB upbringing because we already know. We didn't want to hear about what he talked about. For example, talking about green, no green and blue. We already know the country is divided. It will take a serious leader to be able to bring a country together. We already know that. While I expected, if I were the speechwriter, I would have given JMB 5-page paper. The first page, he tell us exactly, thank the Liberian people for electing him, and he's ready to do a job. The second page, he tell us exactly when he will declare his asset. The third page, he tell us exactly all those that he will be appointing. They should start preparing to declare their assets. Who feel with that and tell Liberian people how you will work with the legislature to ensure that we have the economic and work plan coming to Liberia. Finish. That's
Thank
what we
you.
want.
Thank
That's
you.
all we need to tell us today, not to go read 24 pages. Joseph Boga needed not to tell us about his academic exuberance. We never needed that. And I want that spiritual date of our president to do. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
Be suspended.
But is it should we shift that 100% on the speech right there? A lot of people that I've spoken to have said that look, in a case where you have such a huge such a volume of document or whatever, the presenter is the final editor. You decide what to put in, what to put out, or what have you. Should we square it? Now I listen to one or two persons. Okay, Miggy disagrees with me on this. I see him shaking his head. Of course, we will go to him at some point. But should we squarely shift the blame on the speech writer? Like I said, like I heard a lot of you said
Yes.
that he should have been, that person should have been fired.
Yes, you know what, nursing, when you are giving a piece of job, when somebody confide in you and give you the confidence, you are an expert in your area. All right. You should be able to give recommendation to that person and hire you so that they can make the right decision. So if I was a speech writer, owing to the fact that I know JMB is and looking at the condition in which he was going in, I'm not going to give you that long speech to go and say, oh,
thank you.
No,
Thank you.
I'm not going to do that.
Thanks a lot. Let's move to Sandy. Sandy, Alfred is saying that judging from the security background, from the security aspect, the president needed that bulletproof vest, jacket, or whatever today. But from the health background, you have a background in health and all of that. Was it necessary? Was it prudent? Was it okay considering what some of the folks have already talked about? Like even Alfred mentioned that the vest produces excess heat, and then considering that the environment was already hot and all of that, health wise, was it prudent to have the bulletproof on?
Nelson, I was not there to assess the woman health, so I don't want to dwell on that. But this is what I'm going to say.
Shirley, welcome to the show.
The security experts just told us that it's necessary, and I want to believe that it's necessary. But here is the failure. The organizer know that in January, please mute yourself, Alfred, or someone. I'm muting myself.
Okay, I already muted Alfred.
The organizer know, they knew from the very beginning that in January we experienced excessive heat in Liberia. They also, I can tell you that this coming Sunday, it will be 89 degree Fahrenheit in Liberia. It's not rocket science. I just need to go on Google and know it. Those people knew, they had the information, what it was going to be today. Why not have the program in an area where the president, our dignitaries that came into the country will be under a shaded area, receiving some ventilations, well protected. It could have happened. It could have happened at the executive mansion where the president probably would be under the sitting under a shade. It could have been an indoor program. We need to stop photocopying what America is doing. America have an inauguration outside at the Capitol building. Guys, get me right. But usually it happened in winter, correct? It happened during the winter, not under the heat. Liberia, we always want to photocopy America. We want to have it at the Capitol building under the blazer heat. So the planners they failed us as a country. They did fail us as a country. They brought the embarrassment to Liberia. That whole thing could have been restructured, sent to a place where we avoided this embarrassment today. Let's go to the speech, my brother. This is where I want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot blame the speech writer entirely. In fact, I want to take the speech writer from the picture. This is Ome Bwaka's most important speech in his lifetime. You will not take accountability from Ome Bwaka on this one. For President Bwaka, let me stop calling Ome Bwaka. You can't take that accountability away from President Bwaka. The speech was rated. President Bwaka was given the opportunity to review the speech, make suggestions, and the speech was revised prior to today. Do not come here and tell the Liberian people that our president was just handed a 25-page speech today without reviewing it prior to today. If you say that, that says something about our president. That tells you that our president will not review a lot of things that he will sign on to. Don't overlook the president like that. When you say, yeah, you are insulting the intelligence of the president. President Nelson, speech writing have a lot of phases. You do the draft is review with suggestions and input. You rewrite it, you take it back, and you review it. This was not an overnight event. When Ome Bwaka knew he was going to read this speech today.
A lot of people listening to you now may just be saying that probably based on the tension, the too many activities associated with such a day. It's like your wedding day. Most of the married men can forget to eat on that wedding day. You can forget the day passed after the wedding reception passed. When at the end of the day before, don't ask me, I'm married yet. But
why are you talking about it when you're not married? You get experience that?
From what I've heard, all right.
Nelson.
People will forget.
I don't want to do it, man.
Nelson.
You married too? You just married only?
Nelson.
Yeah,
we can make all excuses for what happened today, but we cannot take the speech away from our president. Just by saying it alone brings the president intelligence down. Let us not do that. This speech was not written overnight. This speech was given to the president and his team to review. The president approved this speech. He signed on to this speech. This was what he wanted to read out to the Liberian people.
Thank you.
If you tell me, if we find out that President Bwaka did not review this speech prior to today, I will have something else to say.
Thank you.
But Sandy, we are not saying that the president will eat the speech. That's not what we are saying. We are saying, given the circumstances today, it would have been prudent enough to reduce that. That's our argument.
You cannot reduce a speech during the time of the event.
Thank you.
You cannot reduce the speech when the president is out there speaking.
Thank you, guys. We have a full house.
Yes.
We have a full house. So we have to do this thing just a minute or so we have others to make their input. Rudolph, it's over to you. Now, everything that happened today, from the speech, from the protocol first to the speech. I don't know how many of you took notice of this, but all of the guests that arrived on the grounds of the Capitol today at the Capitol building, I'm not talking about our vice president, the legislature, but all the foreign guests. The protocol did not mention the name of any single person except the head of the U.S. delegation, Ambassador Linda Thomas Greenfield, the Sierra Leonean president, the Ghanaian president, and all the other people.
Julius Malema.
In fact, the protocol will say, now let's welcome the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Who is the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone? What's the name of the person? And
everybody already know.
So let's come to you a bit, Rudolph. judging from everything that happened, the protocol to the speech. Let's hear your take on this one. Just take 1 minute or so, Rudolph, then we
Yes,
move.
I will be very time conscious, Nelson. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
because that code you wear tonight, that you ready to top pink them, my man. Go ahead.
No, but Nelson, I am going to start with this, right?
Mhm.
I will not take anything away from the location.
Okay.
I stand to be corrected, but I think the grounds of the Capitol building is the official swearing in ground. So I mean, like I said, I stand to be corrected. But what I will say is this, right? In management, there is something called accepted risk, and these are risks that you cannot beat or you cannot eliminate. So what you do is to find the best way possible to work around it. So, and with that, I am trying to say that I think all of the blame will be placed on the on the planning committee, because these people know that we have a very hot weather during this time of the year. So what can you do to work around that to ensure the safety and well-being for everybody, not just JMB, but we have foreign presidents over there. What if it would have been some of them falling off? Do you know what that would have said about our country? Also, I will go again to the I will now go to the speech.
Nelson,
I
could
mean,
you have Sandy
I
and
will.
Moluba mute themselves?
Yeah, can you guys please mute yourself, please?
Guys, this is
I
yeah.
would. I
Once you're
would.
not speaking, kindly mute.
I would like to agree with Brother Cindy on this one. I mean, in as much as I have issue, I feel like there were parts of the speech that was not necessary. But I want to believe that JNB had ample time to have read the speech, and I think he decided that that is exactly what he wants to tell the Liberian people. And also, I would love to believe that he was well prepared for that.
Do you think he was prepared for that?
I think he was
The
well prepared.
24
Had it,
pages.
yes,
Actual speech was 24 pages. Rudolph.
I think he was well prepared for that. Had it not been the poor planning, we we're going to witness him go through that speech bit by bit. So that is why I think all of the blame is shifted on the planning committee. Because JMB did not expect to go and stand in the hot sun with no ventilation, no water, no AC or no fan. He did not expect that, guys.
And this is important. Abel Wallow, Abel R. Wallow, one of our viewers is asking this question. And my question goes to you guys. Where will you guys think could be what
That's
do
what
you
I just said, Nelson. That's what I just said. That I would like to believe that the grounds of the Capitol building is is the official ground for swearing in.
exactly?
So I think the
But if you
location
go
was
back,
fine.
if you go back to the previous inauguration, it was held at the Samuel Kayando Sports Complex on the open field,
which is not constitutional.
Yeah. They
So-
did
so-
that because
yeah.
Nelson,
Let's go to this.
real quick,
Let's go to
real
this.
quick, Nelson, real quick. I think why they did that for Ambassador Weah is the fact that okay, this man is a world celebrated star. So we are going to have.
He for the playing page, and so you want
Thank
to
you.
inaugurate him on the
No,
playing.
no,
But
not
let's
just
go to
that.
this.
No, not just that. He is famous around the world. So because of that, they expected lots and lots of guests to come. That is why they chose to use that.
Okay, so you just spoke of the whole tradition, the traditional aspect of it that it should be done at the Capitol building and stuff like that. The tradition versus the safety. What do you think should be prioritized over the other?
Nelson, and that is where I came in when I said there is something called accepted risk. Right? We understand, like, and I said, and will say it again. These are risks that you cannot beat or you cannot eliminate, so you work around it. And how they were work around it was to prepare more for this heated weather, preparing this in the sense of providing ventilations, providing water and AC or whatever fan.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Let's hear from you, Mickey.
I just have a question. Is it constitutional that it should be held there, or is it constitutional that the House and the Senate oversee the inauguration?
It's constitutional that the House and the Senate oversee the inauguration. All right. And let me say this. At the occasion today, and we're coming over to you now, Mickey. At the occasion today, one thing that was observed, and I'm bringing this in because we're talking about the protocol and the speech at this point. One thing that was observed is that throughout the program, the place was hot. People who did not know their way around the Capitol building were left without any cue as to how to locate water or whatever, because the guys were not even allowed in the fence. Now, but what happened is after the entire program, then the protocol started to distribute food. Big bowl of red, plate, take away. People carrying bowl of red, all left and right. So then, the question that a lot of people were asking is, how come you couldn't convert the resources you used to buy all the plate of red and share water on the people while the program was on, to keep them active and moving, instead of sharing big bowl of red when a lot of people did not have time for the big plate of rice. But let's come to you, Mickey. The protocol, the speech. Let's hear your take on it.
First of all, I will start with the issue of security for the president.
Okay.
I heard my brothers here specifically Alfred, that it was necessary for the president to wear the body armor because he was the most important person at the event.
Yeah.
The reason I will not buy that, could well be, but that is not how situations are addressed. First of all, just because he was the most important person there doesn't necessarily mean that he had to wear the body armor. We didn't know if there was a threat assessment carried out. You understand? To inform the security that he needed to. So just because he was the most important person doesn't necessarily mean he had to wear. Maybe they carry on risk assessment or threat analysis. And then they came to the conclusion that, yeah, there is a credible threat level, so we should protect him by wearing the body armor. I just wanted to set that disclaimer. Coming to the issue of the speech. Listen, I think Sandy is firing missed shots. We are not at all saying that the president did not review the speech prior. That's not what we are saying, even if he did. The reason people are delegated a responsibility is not just because of the nature of your responsibility or the job description. Certain responsibility dedicated, it requires a person to use his or her discretion. Now, the president would have wanted that. Now, you as a speechwriter, they got something called situational awareness. And you also have to take into consideration the individual for whom the speech is written for, his health, his age, everything. I give an example. The Secret Service in America. There are lots of things the president wants to do. There are lots of places the president wants to go because he feels that he's capable and he's able to go there or do these things. But the people clothed with the authority or the statutory responsibility, like the Secret Service, they look squarely in the president's face and tell him, no, you're not going there. Or no, you're not going to do this. Because that is their responsibility. In situations like those, the president might be thinking multiple things. Everything you're presenting, he might want it. He might want to do it. But is it feasible at the time to do it? That's where discretion comes in. What was the purpose of reading a 24-page document? What would it serve? What was the purpose?
You want to inform the Liberian people. You
but
want
most of the things you were reading there, the Liberian people already know about it. It didn't serve any purpose. So yes, we agree. The president might have reviewed that document, but you who written the speech, you use your discretion. Mr. President, this is not feasible for you, considering blah, 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 blah. Even if the president insists, already know, Mr. President, we can cut it down to this. We can still kind of condense it. But on the average, all right, forget about the issue of the president. Put your hand down, Jala. I'm ready for you. Forget the issue of the president, right?
You got 20 seconds. I know you're not ready.
I will close up on this. Forget the issue about the president, the audience. when you read something that lengthy, it take away the intent of the speech. A lot of people will be bored. A lot of people will be uncomfortable. At the end of the day, they're not going to take this the core message of the speech because everything just sounds boring to them. That's the thing I'm saying. It's not that already will put the blame squarely at the feet of the speech writer, but it's inclusive of everything.
No, someone may argue, Mickey, that yeah, I see your hand up, Sandy, because he threw some shots at you. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to respond to that, or maybe just 5 seconds to respond to that.
Can you give us at the end of something?
Yeah, but I'm coming. But someone may argue, yeah, let me just
First of all, Sandy talk all the time, Nelson. I think you should give it to him at the end.
Emmy just interrupted me, man.
So now I can continue on my testimony. I don't know what the ladies are trying to fight me for, but I know I'm tonight. So it's okay. You can just slow down. It's okay. Mickey, you scratch a very good point, my brother. The responsibility of the writer is to ensure that his speech is accurate and precise. That's the responsibility of the writer. But it's also the responsibility of the reader to approve the speech. You said the speech should be shortened. I agree. Rephrase shortened. At what point? Was that today or was it prior to today?
Prior. We're not saying today.
Okay. So the fact what I'm trying to sell to you, since you agree with me that nothing will have been done today on that speech, that means everything that should have been done will have been done prior to today. So what I'm telling you, the final version of the speech that was read today was approved by President Boakai.
No.
Scenario. Hold on.
Sandy, I agree with you. It's not a point of contestation. I'm not contesting that the president. Let me interject.
Hey, 1 second. But let me end. You come.
Okay, go ahead.
But no. In all fairness, you are giving 5 seconds, but you
pushing back. You keep pushing back.
I mean, you're not being fair. But anyway, let me give you 10 seconds to conclude.
10 seconds. Hell, communication that you want to send out cannot be prevented by your speech writer. This is not an issue of a secret servant president want to go to football field and say, don't go there. This is the content of a message that the president want to send out. After I presented him the version of the speech and he approved it, that's the message he wanted Liberian people to hear. And that's why he brought out today. There is nothing the writer will have done to stop the president from carrying out his message to the Liberian people.
No, Sandy, I disagree. Nelson, can you just give me 10 seconds and I will complete?
Guys, we have to move on.
Let me address. Nelson, 10 seconds, right?
Okay, just make that a point. I can tell you from up there. I put the two females there.
Yeah, so, Sandy, here is the thing. The speech writer is clothed with the responsibility. Joseph Braga told him, I need X, Y, Z. You getting the point? I need these kind of topics to be in my speech. Joseph Braga did not tell the speech writer to use pronoun, verb, adverb. The speech writer could have put all of those things there and condense it. That's what we're saying. That's the point.
So, Mickey, you're telling us that you still stand by a point. You still stand by that argument that if you were in the position being maybe a detailer or whatever, you would have fired your speech
writer. No, I wouldn't have fired him. I would have put him to that particular podium, put the body armor on him, put the scene attire on him. He stand under that scene heat and repeat that speech for 24 hours.
Come on. Where will you get the heat from? At what time of the day you do that?
They say that JMB started.
But let's hear from you, Officer Johnson. Then we'll take Shirley.
Oh God! Thank you, Nelson. Look, let me first say, I know the guy, the EPS officer. Somebody please mute their stuff. Congratulations to my friend and brother I won't disclose his name. The EPS officer. He's a long-time confidant of Ambassador Borka. He served before, but thank you to him. I saw the sign he threw. I like, boom, something's wrong. The president started to slur. The president started to cough. I knew something was wrong. And thank you to him again. If he's listening tonight, I want to say thank you. Hopefully we can meet and talk. But that's my brother. Next year, plenty was poor, very poor from the organizing committee. Mike's system was messed up. They channel the system through one agency, which is Liberal Broadcasting System and Unme Radio, not Unme, but ECOWAS Radio. But you cannot have sophisticated dignitaries from around the world with secret service equipment and what have you, and you have cheap wireless mics. They should have done a stationary wire mic and channel through long. I'm saying these things because this is thing that I worked before and did before.
Yeah.
But it was very poor on that level, Nelson. And people were blaming Spoon because people streaming from Spoon, but it was actually ELBC that messed up. And whoever bought those microphones were very cheap. The speakers were cheap. So I leave that over there. The president, I want to believe, wore a Teflon 9-inch bullet vest without the armor plate center carrier. That vest he wore was just to
There you go, security. There you go, purely security. Using all your terminology.
So Hans, then what is the point? What is the point of the body armor when the plates are not inserted?
No, I said not with all the armor plate. He was wearing the Teflon. The Teflon come with the. Hold on, I'm gonna show you what he was wearing.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about.
Yes,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You guys, the military people, we need to see that. What is that? Is it what? No, sure. Bring it back to the screen. Is it what? The Teflon?
I want to believe. I didn't look on the president clothes because I want him to get vest and I want to say I look at him.
No, I'm talking about the name of that thing. We're not.
Oh, this is Hyperline.
The
vest, the brand is a Hyperline, but the vest itself is called a Teflon. That is without the armor plate that Mickey knows and Alfred knows. Okay, so that there, I'm just jotting in real quick here. I'm not going into details. They wore that. It was not necessary, except there was a security assessment done, as Mickey stated, and Mr. President, you need to wear this. Now, considering that him wearing that, I'm wearing this thing right now. I turn the heat off, it's cold away about, it's hot right now. Imagine that, and plus outside Nelson, what you say you passed through today. So all of that consider all comes with planning. They should have prepped this man ready for this day based on what he wore. Lastly, was his speech too long? Yes. But did President Boyka was intending to read that speech? Yes, because he have read a speech longer than that at the UN before. I want to believe President Boyka, sorry, we got to get used to this. President Boyka himself wrote that speech, and he said he wanted to read that speech. Because
you said he himself, you want to believe.
I want to believe
he wrote the speech.
I want to believe he wrote that speech. I could tell, you can know when somebody wrote a biography almost by themselves, and he was getting somewhere that was getting, and the place that was impressed with the president, he sat down and wanted to complete the speech. And I was like, this is a determined man. So to all the naysayers out there, this man is not sick. We already got the reports that people died. One person died. May his soul rest in peace.
Yeah, I'm going to put the guy's photo up. I'm going to put the photo up.
So Nelson, it was a very poor planning, and I'm not going to sit here and tolerate and listen to people saying that, oh, we told you what you're voting for, what you're this. And lastly, Nelson, kudos to the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. That man looks so presidential today. Now, that's what you call he's ready on day one, just in case. We saw what he did, how he picked up the mantle.
Just in case what?
No, I'm just saying if that was a just in case moment, anything could have happened. The president could have been admitted. I'm not going to call no.
Say you, eh?
Eh?
No. Don't drag me into that. But I'm just asking a question. I'm curious. When he said just in case,
that's why you pick a vibrant vice president. You saw him walking with the outgoing president to his car. You saw him having meetings with officials, and we saw the president all well and good at his house when President Okofo visited him and all the dignitaries. So this man we're talking here tonight, he probably up and getting ready to head to the mansion in the next couple of hours to carry on his work. I know him. Some of us know him, and he's going to serve the Liberian people and what they put him there for.
Thank you, Officer Hans Johnson. Thanks a lot. Let's hear from you, Shirley. Then we're going to end up with Amy and Mova.
Hello, everybody. Happy African Day. All of you look beautiful in your African. I came late because I tried coming on and I saw all of you in your African. I was like, I have to be part of this party.
Everybody, African?
Well, Nikki, you are welcome. We actually do miss you on the show. Sorry you did not get the memo.
Everybody ain't African.
I'm talking about my sister. Nikki, please do not interrupt me. But
No, it's
yeah.
not fair.
So happy African Day to all of you that in African, except Mickey and Malubai and Nelson and Billy or Ballet.
My name is Bruno.
Bruder, yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm sure y'all did not get the memo. I didn't either, but I can't prepare, so sorry. But anyway, Nelson, I think everybody said what it was today. It was super poor planning. They did not plan well at all. The planner actually failed the Liberian people. They had enough time to plan the program well. There were so many people over there. Those people could have reduced the amount of guests and people could have been home to watch the program. But then we come back to people watching the program because most of us caught our sleep to watch the program, and it was sucks. It was sucks. I mean, I kept on leaving Spoon to go to the other places, and there's no voice, nothing. It wasn't working. Nothing was working today. And so the planning was very poor. I hope we can all learn from this and be able to plan, especially if we are expecting people coming from their country to come and be part of something that every one of us were looking forward to today. Don't say, hey, I was home. I was like, I am going to be home today. I want to make sure that I watch this from the beginning to the end. And I was truly disappointed in that. Let's come to the speech. Okay. The speech, it was 13 pages, guys. And I know people said 25. It's 25 pages because they have to change the font of the speech so the president can read it correctly. But 13 pages. Either way, it was long. And like what some of my brothers said, it was something that the president was prepared to read. He was prepared for it. And I felt that the little one that I heard from him, it was something that was personal. It came out of him. He wanted to express that. He wanted to tell the history of Liberia. He wanted people to be part of the history, and he wanted to also tell his story, so other people can learn from him. And so I think just going through everything, it was just poor planning to put that long sleeve on him and not having anyone there to give him water. And I also learned that even our guests didn't even have water. So we should be here giving God praise. I'm going to take over what her name today, and we're going to say a prayer before we get out of here, Nelson, and I mean it. We're going to pray before we get out of here.
You read a Bible?
Yeah, I got my Bible. I got my Bible on my phone, Nelson. We're going to pray.
No.
Because
the way we pray is when you bring that phone.
Nelson, the real Bible is not far away. I can get it too. But let's be serious here. Because God actually saved our country today from a lot of things. It could have been one of these dignitary people that we have that came over and something happened to them. Yeah. So that was even going to be very shameful. And it's even shameful that somebody that bought their ticket went over to celebrate and they are no more. There could have been anyone else. It could have been any of our guests. So we should sit here and just be grateful to God for just taking the shame away from Liberia. But it was a poor planning. Whoever was part of that plan, the head of that planning committee, really need to learn from this, and they did an absolutely poor job.
Is it fair to shift this blame on the planner squarely?
I would say yes, absolutely yes, because the planner had enough time to plan this. Like he said, the microphone was cheap. And I know you're shaking your hair. So let's say, for example, you have a budget to plan something. And if you know that the things that are important you need it, and you have the amount of guests and you cannot sustain the amount of guests, you cut the list. They have so many people.
Shirley,
Thank you.
wait. I'm coming, Nelson. I think it's very unfair on our part to squarely blame the organizers, right? Because we are not taking into consideration the constraint that they had. You remember they had a check that was given to them that bounced. They had to reach out to people to solicit funds in a dime minute when the check bounced.
Okay.
So let's come to that check, Nikki. So the check bounced. When did they take the check to the bank? Let's come to that. Because that too was something that I'm just like, I'm a planner. I love to plan things. There is no way you plan things last minute to time. If you go to the bank 1 week or few days to when the program is supposed to happen, that's a problem right there.
No, but it's when the government presented the check to the organizers. The government was the one that had to release the check.
Came, check
That's
was
the point.
presented,
When did the organizers get the
they're
check?
talking about, okay, but this is serious, guys. It's very serious.
Before you go on, Nelson, they addressed I'm not about to allow myself to die from heat exhaustion. In winter time, heat don't in my heart. Are you kidding me? Do I gotta remove it?
Oh God!
This is a photo of the gentleman who passed. He passed away as a result of the situation. He's Dawson V. Kamara. Information is that he arrived in Liberia from the U.S. just last evening, and due to the situation today, the heat and everything, he felt. He was rushed at the hospital, and he gave up the ghost. You know, and looking at the gentleman here, he's someone who could be in his 40s or maybe early 50s and stuff like that. Comparing his age to the president is almost twice his age. The president is almost twice his age. This gentleman was now wearing on the bullet. How do you call it? For me, the name I know for it is bulletproof. So
body armor.
Body armor. Thank you.
Body armor.
The body armor. He wasn't wearing on the body armor. Neither did he have on other layers. But then it happened to him. He felt, and that was it. He went at the hospital. He lost his life, and just the mere fact that we have a vibrant, very energetic individual who did not have all of those things that JMB had on, and this man felt because of the heat, the same heat we're talking about, it resulted to his death. That speaks to how hot that environment was today. Politics or no politics, the reality is the place was hot. Now let's hear from you, Moba. Let's get your take on this.
I thought Moba's will go last. Emmy.
Okay, Emmy, go ahead.
Thank you, Mickey, for women advocation. Because I don't know what's going on with Nelson today.
Emmy, you look very beautiful, by the way.
I'm women advocate.
Thank you. But anyways, I talk 2 hours to tell the things. Don't make me laugh too much before it come loose.
I don't women advocate and Emmy advocate because I got for dealing with Shirley.
It's okay. I can handle it.
Yeah, so what happened today? The speech or the venue? That's what the question is, right? I think that we don't know the full story about the budget. Regardless, it was a poor planning. Okay. I would have expected for that to be indoor. The place was very hot. Everybody have already said it. I don't want to go over it. But the speech was long, but I think it was good as well. That's my opinion. Don't shoot me, guys. Don't come for me. I was listening to that speech and I got a lot of things from it. And a lot of things I heard in that speech I never knew. about Liberia, to be honest with you. I was telling the guys in the back today. And it was like he's playing this, like Hans said, if GMB did not write this speech, then he was part of this speech writing. I don't think it was just somebody put it together and say, here, read it, and he didn't want it. He's the one going out there to present this speech. Anything inside that is negative is going to reflect on him. So of course he got to look over the speech and decide whether this is necessary or not necessary to us. Maybe because of the incident that happened today, we think it's not necessary. But I thought it was a good speech, even though we didn't hear the end. I thought he went from the history to what had happened to us during the years, the war, corruption, and then he called for unity, and then he was going towards what he was about to do as a president when that incident happened. And I thought it was a good transition when he was doing that. The weather, yes, the weather may have been a factor. If we had this thing in the somewhere that was AC ready or fan or whatever, it would have been a good, it would have been a great speech. That's what I think about that. So I wouldn't ridicule everything on the speechwriter. I think JMB knew about that speech. He knew what was in it. He contributed to what was in that speech, and that's why he accepted to give it. And the only thing that I saw that Miggy said that this shoe, I don't know if there was threat posed to his life or whatever to be that he had to wear that body armor. We don't know the full story because I was wondering too, why is he wearing the body armor? What is going on? But we're not part of the security team, so we don't know. So maybe that if he didn't need that, if there was no threat posed to his life and they did that, that was attempted murder. But we just have to be grateful to God that it could have gone worse. Look at the young man pictures it just showed.
Amy, I'm not calling you. Nelson, can you please highlight James Cummins's statement? His post, rather, his comment.
So
this is interesting. He said his guests didn't travel from their country for history class. Well, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. They didn't travel for a history class, but some of those guests did not know the country they were in, and he wanted to appeal to them. You will never know. He was trying to do multiple things at the same time. This is my country history. I need your help to help me get to where I want to take this country. You don't have to be giving history class before. It wasn't so much about history class, Mr. James. He was trying to tell these people there are a lot of dignitaries that I can help Liberia, that can help his mission, his dream for Liberia. So he had to give this speech for it, but they don't know. And like I said, there was a lot of things in that speech today that some of us something and we did not know about, and we appreciated it. The incident was unfortunate, but you can't sit here and talk about things. There are a lot of inauguration speeches alone.
I mean,
people talk about a lot of stuff.
What can you say? What can you say to a lot of people on the other side who hold contrary view to yours, that are saying that beyond just the whole story of heat exhaustion, that the incident occurred, that what happened today was because the president is not well? What can you say to that?
I said they need to go find something to do with their life because the person, everybody else, there was so many people that fainted today. JMB did not faint. He just lost. He was just daisy. He was going out, but he did not go down like everybody else that went down. Look at the young man picture they just showed. They want to tell us his medical history as well. A lot of people die in the USA when it comes to summertime heat exhaustion. It happened a lot. Maybe these people, they just want to play politics or they just want to act like they don't know. That's the problem. But it never said anything about JMB or anything. And when their speech are going on, the protocol, something too, JMB showed it was two signs that something. The first time when he started struggling to pronounce those words, that was a sign. I knew that something was going on because I was laying in my bed. Thank you to Officer Hans for waking me up. And I think we were on the show when that was happening. I was squeezing my pillow like I'm like, I don't like this. And then he went on again, and then he started coughing and stopped. And I thought they would run to him, give him some water, or started to fan him, but none of that happened till when he realized he was confused, wiping his face with his bare hands and everything. And then when he stopped, that's when that guy went over to him, and thank God he did, because I'm pretty sure he was going to fall if he didn't go there to do something about it. So it's not the speech; it's all the planning and everything, and people not taking cue. I know people just want position. They want to be fighting other people, but some of these things, there's the little details of attention to details that it can save life and it can do a lot.
Thank you.
I think people should
just 1 second, please. 1 second. That part of the speech that was mentioning the history, the formation of Liberia, the presidents, and where they came from, was an open invitation to the diaspora community, especially the African American, who have so much connection with
We're
Liberia.
about to conclude with the speech. We are about to conclude.
I don't want to forget my
just
own.
blame your
No, but that's what it was. The person I'm talking about history class, that's what it was.
They don't know that country like Ghana that don't have that much of a connection with the African American community enjoys from that community so much more than Liberia that has that deep connection. Today, JMB opened that room and said, look, you belong here. We have president that come from you. Come home. It's an open invitation.
Thank you.
And Nelson,
well said,
this thing about the whole. So, what is the purpose of everybody, literally the entire country in the diaspora, getting invitation to go for inauguration? Why can't they have that thing indoor? What's the purpose? What purpose does it serve? That every Tom, Dick, and Harry was down there to do what? They could have had that thing in the Satana Pavilion with dignitaries and international guests or whatsoever.
Right. Thank you. Let's hear from Maggie quickly, and then Mobile will.
Hi guys, and hi guys. Just want to take a moment of silence for the brother that passed. Just a moment of silence. Please don't eat it from my time, Nelson.
No, it's part of your time.
No,
go ahead, Maggie. Go ahead, Maggie.
Anyway, today's program. I don't want to be like a recitation. Everybody's saying the same thing, but from what I got from the speech, I think JMB wrote that speech himself, and taking that away from him and saying it was the speech writer and the time involved. I understand that the program planning was poor, and a lot of stuff that could have been done correctly wasn't done today. But the speech, I just want to talk about the speech. The speech today, I think, is highlight a lot of stuff that unite Liberians to the outside world, and that's why I think JMB was trying to put out there, especially for like Sandy. I think Sandy mentioned about Ghana. We see Ghana. We had a lot of Americans going towards Ghana instead of coming to Liberia. And I think that's what GMB was trying to do. Yes, the planning was very, very poor, and they could have done better. Having the program at the capital, that's the right place. Even George Weah, when George Weah had a program at the SKD, we heard, a lot of people fainted. A lot of people fainted. A lot of people were taken to the hospital. So this is not strange. Even in the US.
But Maggie, do you think there should have been some lessons learned from that situation?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Poor planning. A lot of things that went wrong today should have not happened. But again, we look at the crowd that were out there. The place is small, and we had, every venue. If you build like a hall, they will tell you this hall can take 500 people. If you put more than 500 people in that hall, it's gonna create chaos. So I believe the venue was for a certain number of people.
but we have more than the people that was out there. And when you put things together like that, you expect things to happen. And people are saying JMB is not all right. I think that I am way younger than JMB. I couldn't. There is no way I can stand on my two legs and read that number of paper we all
Yeah,
have
because
in
that's
magazine.
because you don't exercise, Maggie. Probably because
Thank you, thank you,
you don't
thank
exercise
you. I'm not exercising, so I'm not
like
fit like
who's
JMB. So for
away.
someone to be on the other side and saying that he's not healthy, young as I am, I cannot stand over there and read that. I was not looking
Thank
for
you,
cheer
Maggie.
because
Thank you,
I
Maggie.
mean, so we should get credit to JMB. We
Thank you.
should give you credit, and the people that plan the program, they fill our country. If
Thank
we
you.
are there, any one of the people that came from different country, and it's gonna set a whole bad precedent for our country. But we tell God, thank you. And it's so sad that we lost um a family.
Thank you.
Someone led Premier to go on a very important
And I
anything.
understand he is one of the followers of Spoon here. I understand he's one of those persons who was always following, always making his contribution either in the comment section and all of that. Yeah, but in the
It's
in the
just it's
discharge of
very
his
sad.
love for country and everything, he lost his life. It's a sad.
Amen. And a ticket, can you imagine leaving your year paying that ticket was almost 2,000 plus dollar for him to travel over there and die in that process.
Yeah.
Nelson,
Um,
Nelson,
he's
give
a
me
hero.
5 seconds. Let me say something real quick. Constitutionally, since we've been knowing, I know people say the capital is since back in history, the only time we remove the inauguration ceremony from the Centennial Pavilion was Ellen Johnson time because everything, even Judy Barron, all the interim people, they been at the Centennial Pavilion is the constitutional place for all inaugurations. I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay, thank you. So let's move to mobile. Oh, sorry. Let's move to mobile. Yeah, mobile. Go ahead. I want to bring Josh on. Okay, but mobile, make your point. And then I just bring Josh on. Or you want Josh to come in before you make your point? Which of the two?
Then wuna. Or they be saying I so gonna mumu. Ah.
That's what make you the co-host. Bring Josh on, yeah.
I was
So
taking back like Momo too, so you can
You're
you can
advocating
take
for
my
Josh
vote.
again.
Josh
Okay.
say he changed his mind. That there are so UP people here, so he won't come
So
on
you
again.
patient. But
Who
no
name
yeah,
is there
you
No, let
you
always
know.
Josh
go?
come, yeah. Josh come.
You see,
But
the
no,
thing is not
Nelson. The thing is, Josh is scared because he is coming with some misguided views. So he is scared.
we're not UP people here. We are Liberians.
Exactly. We are
Our
the same
instead of
people
yeah.
that always been
So,
here.
Election is over.
listen, guys, listen. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's
No.
have
I'm
one
on
person.
you pace. I don't
Let's
give a
have
damn. Joy was sedition for 6 years. After
uh.
election, he was still sedition. I'm on you pace. Who care about George?
So let's
I'm
have
not.
one
I'm
person.
like, I suppose that
You
rest
want me
in
you want me to talk or what?
Yeah, just go ahead. Go ahead, Mova. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have my brother hands under the hands of Mickey talking about a lot of people going to a lot of people attending also the speech where JMB was discussing the history of Liberia. I think a lot of Liberian like my sister alluded to, she needed to know where she's coming from. If you don't know where you're going, you don't know if you don't know where you're coming from, you don't know where you're going. So I think that piece of that document that JMB read today with our history, a lot of people take it in. And secondly, the preparation was very poor. I would say it was poor. It was very, very poor because first of all, if you're holding that type of event, you should have canopy, a big canopy that will be able, and not only canopy, but again, you got to get certain thing again. You can plug it. It's very big. You can face the whole canopy, laid it up, even to where the president was. Well, there was no canopy there. Nothing was there. It was open. You understand? And then plug fan around that place. All that things should be in the budget instead of buying food, doing this, doing that. And first of all, there was no medic on our thing. I don't believe there was no medic.
No,
There was
there
no
was
first aid kit.
there was
Medical. How many first aid?
Mama, 1 second, please. Nelson, you stopped everybody from coming on here. Then you brought George on here without a formal outfit.
Oh, come on, come on.
Second.
Yeah. That's
George,
true,
you can't
George.
dress for the
You
occasion.
can't do that.
Yeah, George,
You
you
had
are
a
doing
man by the
for the
way.
occasion.
You
No,
will
no,
not allow George to be on
Well,
here
I already
because
get
he
it.
did not
You
put me
already tell the
on
man. Let the
because
man
I'm
get it.
in my uniform.
Yeah,
You will not
Y'all
allow
wait now.
George to be
Hold
on
on, y'all
here.
can't talk together. Y'all let my VP breathe, okay? Let him breathe.
No, your VP is
Okay.
not special. He need to follow the rule of everybody else.
Yeah, the
no,
man.
What's going on? What's
okay,
going on?
guys, let's do this.
Go dress and come
Maybe
back.
you didn't know. Maybe
Wear
I
your
got on a
purple suit.
t-shirt. I got on t-shirt.
Well, we
no,
don't
What do
have
you
guys.
any
guys
t-shirt
mean?
here tonight.
Look at this t-shirt. This is a
right
t-shirt.
now.
Well,
No,
You expect me to wear? You mean to wear
Man,
suit?
sure said
Okay, then
that.
your baba. If you don't want me to wear my t-shirt, then I
No,
gotta
No
go.
shirt, my man. No
Okay,
shirt.
go.
Oh my
You guys
God.
gonna
No
trouble
t-shirt
us here.
today,
I
sorry.
ain't nothing.
Guys, you need to listen. Today is Suit and African Day, okay?
Please
Yo, let
mute.
Desi take care now. Let Desi
No,
finish.
but listen. On a serious note, you guys are not behaving right. Some of you, because everyone can be talking at the same time. If there's an issue,
If I mean you put me in the bag. When I mean you put me in the bag, that's what you do.
Oh, Josh.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
Josh.
have to go there.
So here's the thing. Here's the
Okay.
thing, right? Here's the thing. We had discussed earlier that today we were coming on official. All right. That's why you saw Francis had love, but he couldn't make it. He remained in the background. We didn't bring him on because we had discussed in both in the chat room rather that we were coming on official. Mickey came on. He didn't have he came on with something on a t-shirt. We made he go away.
Okay, let me go change. So they can be happy. Let me go change. It's
We'll be
okay. Don't
happy.
worry
I
about it.
mean,
You guys go ahead.
Maybe something like African or something.
I still gotta get problem. What
You will tell me on here. That's
So
what give
go
me
ahead,
1 minute.
Yeah, let me go ahead now. So, Nelson, I just hear you talking about you know, a lot of first aid people over there, right?
No, I am saying that
There was any
we
paramedic
shouldn't
over
buy
there?
into we shouldn't buy into that whole thing about there was no first aid. No,
No, we got
it's a
no.
big,
It's
no.
a part of
The
it.
point I'm
Nelson,
making,
we gotta
Mobile, let
what
me
you talking
land.
about? We
Yeah,
should
let
buy
me
into
land
it.
now. Let me land.
Damn it.
So the first thing is the inauguration is a big event. All right, it's an event that you have a lot of international guests coming to. There were first aid people there. I'm not.
That's the question I want to. That's it.
I saw a lot of them there.
Good.
All right.
So
There
yeah.
was the fire truck. There were ambulances there as well. I saw for myself. So there were first aid people there. I even
Okay, that's
interacted with
good.
a lot of them.
That's
So,
good.
Right?
That's good.
nothing, 1 second,
Thank you
but
for the clarity. That's
they were there, and when that gentleman fainted, what happened?
First aid
I
is
mean,
first
yeah,
aid.
because
And you know that
maybe they
because
didn't have a trained first aid, because they have trained first aid
and that's we gotta be.
practitioners on there.
We gotta
That
speak
man's
our
life
mind, my
would have
man.
been saved after whatever that happened to him. If you have a first aid, that's what first aid there for.
But Maggie, again, let me put it this way. I'm not a health practitioner, so
And I am.
yeah,
That's why
I'm
I'm
a first
saying.
aid. I'm a first aid
right?
certified.
Unless
My brother.
if there's another meaning of first aid or whatever based on my limitation that I don't know. But I know that first aid would attend to issue, minorly until it gets at the health facility. So no, but what's going on, guys?
No,
Until
I mean, first aid, not manually. I mean, first aid can be, when they get first aid,
I
the
was
first intervention.
my ID. Damn it.
Okay, guys,
Let's
let's go to the topic, right? All right.
But Nelson, I got a
it's the
question for
first
you.
intervention before you get to. Hold on 1 second. You say you didn't know much about first aid. Let me just.
Maggie, no, we want our whole first aid discussion. We're not diverting the discussion to first aid now.
No, somebody died. Somebody died. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but we'll come back.
We'll
Come back. Maggie, we'll come back to the first aid. Let's allow Moba to conclude. We'll come back to the first. It's very important because here we are. Moba is telling us for the first time that he's a first aid practitioner.
My man, yeah, America, yeah, easy, my man. Easy, even Sandy over there. Even the half of the people are talking.
Mother is the war practitioner. Is the
Yeah,
word.
no, I know, but but
Is
they,
it you are
Tell us
so
why.
we
certified.
just getting to know for the first time. For me, that's why I'm laughing. I'm just getting to know for the first time. But Mama, go ahead, sir.
All right, so but then end of the day, we all understand like the speech was long. Actually, it was really long, but JMB did well because for his age and standing over there for over like more maybe like over 30 minutes on a hot sun, like everyone, man, all of us we will be like, we will go down to be friends. Like you're standing on the hot sun
You know,
and
only
you're
you will
reading.
go down because you're not trained.
And you understand? I mean, in
I
the
would have
every
been
day.
down.
No, guys,
In
stop
the
interrupting.
So yeah. So end of the day, we all understand. But I think all the blame coming from the preparation. The preparation was very poor. Let's be frank. That we come here to say everything because we're talking about the speech, right?
So
This the speech was meant to, I mean, for JMB to read actually, but they were not looking at what will happen during during that period. They were not looking at the future, what will happen, whether there will be something that will happen to him or something. Nobody knew. Nobody predicted the future. So you understand? So based on that, they prepared the speech based on like what all he needed to say.
Mama, going back to this whole thing, the speech writer, is it fair to shift the blame 100% on the speech writer?
I don't think so. I will not agree with that because the preparation, if the preparation was made, let's say let's say good, like in a sense that man was staying over there talk for more than 2-3 hours. We're not gonna be talking about a speech writer. You understand? The preparation, if the preparation was coming to be very, very good.
So you're
right?
shifting the
Like,
blame on the planners.
yes,
You
for
think
me, I
everything
will blame
that
it.
happened
Yes.
is because of the way the program was planned.
Yeah, for me, I will blame the preparation. Actually, I will not blame it. I will not blame the speech writer. I will not because no, the planner, you have everything in your hand. Like my brother said, why you don't go to the pavilion? Like that place small. Everybody not gotta go. After you go for the after party, people go there and have fun. You understand? But for everybody to go park over there
Nelson,
and
I got a
fun,
question for you. You were
and
at the
stuff.
program. They played that DJ Blue was sitting down outside there, high AC there. Because everybody picked the DJ Blue. Don't feel that plastic.
You not see DJ Blue balling in real life. Anyway,
I've
that's
seen it. I know the man. That's why I asked him. That play. You know that era had AC?
Let's move on. Let's move on. Josh, welcome to the show. Let's hear your
new came out.
going to the line.
DJ Blue,
look, thank you, Nelson. Thank you, Nelson. I know today I got no friend.
Wait, has Marie spoken? Marie, have you talked?
Yeah, the conversation was premature when I spoke.
No.
I would love to go after George
okay,
Nelson, if you don't mind.
Okay, Marie, we might give you 20 seconds. But someone just texted me that George is wearing short trousers because we told him to bring a coat. He just
That's true.
Stand up.
That's
Let's
true.
see you. Stand up.
No, we don't want to
Stay on that chair. You too short.
I said the man shot.
Oh, guys, those who they paying to be tall, you'll be tall. Y'all get your tall, y'all go get paid. I get what I get for my height. So thank you. Who they short.
I get high.
Thank you. Let's
so what? You open your teeth?
So you short. So you short.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Yellow Man.
Today 12 o'clock when I program
Guys, let's
thank you, Mr. Yellow Man.
When they say short people,
Okay, guys, look, guys, don't distract me, please. Let me just give my part of comment. You guys been talking. So, look, guys, it was a national embarrassment, and like I always like to express my opinion, and I don't care, who it hurts or not. But look, to make Liberia better, we must have people who will say they have facts, even if it will cause them to be unpopular. We will do that. And that's why we're here. And that's why I make all my time to come here all the time to make sure that I will say my facts or I will say my truth. And that is what it is. I think today was an embarrassment. And I think people here want to blame God for making Liberia hot. That's why GMB had that episode. Some people here blaming, yeah, exactly. People here blaming, how they call them, say,
the speech writer. Some people say no, that the organizer, they sort of put echoing around the whole area. You know how many people were down there? Even the Greenfield woman who come from New York, she was there. She was not even training herself. So no, we got to get our facts straight. Let me tell you something that I observed in that video. I observed that JMB has an issue, and that issue has always been something that his inner cycle knows about. If you can remember, watch that video clearly. The EPS guy that went to him, he did a finger like this. Those are signs, and you know that those are things that people use to mitigate certain things that they will know, say, oh, this is happening. Let's do this, let's do that. So nothing, anybody should tell you that will heat exhaustion or anything. No, this is an issue.
So the men that died, George, it was for what?
No.
How many people died? You might know you got underlying health issue. That's why he died.
Guys,
nobody can just die from heat exhaustion.
Josh, I'm coming. Let's do this, guys.
A well person cannot die from heat exhaustion.
That's not true. I'm a health practitioner. No, that's not true.
Maggie, let a man talk. Stop interrupting.
No, please. Guys, we're not going to let the show go left. No, please. Let's conduct this show in an orderly way, please. If you're not speaking, kindly mute your microphone, please. You may not agree with Josh. You may have a few seconds to come back and do a rebuttal, but please, let's do this in order. So, Josh, you are saying that the protocol was just on point, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with the protocol, the planning, and everything, and that what happened because you said that the president has an issue or whatever. You think that's why it turned out to be the way it was. And then the next concern, I think Maggie was trying to raise, how about the energetic individual who even lost his life today because of the very heat situation we're talking about?
Look, Nelson, for me, I just like to come to this debate with, some reasoning, We don't know this individual. Everybody here saying he's energetic, he well, he everything. Come on, guys. Do you know this guy? You see, that's the thing when you do, and then people cannot trust you anymore because you don't know me. You see me, I'm looking well. You think I'm well? You think you think I can just fall and die? No. People need to know that people get health issues that they don't put on their faces when they walk in the streets. They don't do that. We all got issues. So don't tell me that, they may just die. You see that in Liberia, what they say, nobody can die for nothing. When somebody died, people don't kill them. That's the problem there. So the thing is that, look, what I'm trying to say, Nelson, is that the president, Honorable President Joseph Numa Wakai, got health issues. And to mitigate that, he got security guys who are okrum with how to treat him when those things happen. His body language will even tell you.
So someone listening to you now may just be saying that this health issue thing was part of the campaign message. You spoke of this. Someone even said that the president now would not make it up to a certain time and so forth. But he made it, and he won the election. Some said he would not be around during inauguration. He was there for inauguration. Some said he was going for surgery, and then he came back. There was no evidence of a surgery or whatever. Someone listening to you now may just be analyzing your comment as one that's coming from the political standpoint and not from an objective point of view. What can you say to that?
Nelson, look, for me, I would never hate anyone, not for political reason, for anything. I always let it be rational. I might be wrong. Okay, anybody can be wrong. But on the balance of probability, right? If people have been saying that you are not well, then you go out, you fall down there, right? You think it does not exonerate people who have been saying you are not well? It does to an extent. So look, nobody can stand here and say everything that have been said about this man's health was lies. No. Okay. We told these people this man is not well. This man is not well. Please do not elect this man. He will be an embarrassment. Why is this thing happening at the UN? At the UN, nobody stands behind you. You know that? Nobody stands behind anybody when they give him a speech at the UN. If that man falls there, you don't know it will be an embarrassment for us as well?
On the final one, on the final
My
end,
man,
at the final end,
Nelson, Nelson, Nelson,
I'm
please do not allow people to be doing this to me. When I do it, you put me in the bag. When people do it, you let them to go free. This is
No,
not justice. This is not.
no.
It's not right.
And guys, kind
Go
of
ahead.
mute your microphone. But let's end up on this note, Josh. The speech.
People
The
laughing.
speech.
It's
The
funny.
speech, Josh, the
Yeah.
speech.
Yeah.
Let's
Go
end
ahead.
up on this note. We have to go to the lines and all of that. The speech, a lot of you saw that. It didn't end as anticipated. So many people
be
have said
continued.
that there's so many people, Josh, you're interrupting me.
Okay,
So
sorry.
many people said that the speech was too long. 24 pages. Okay, Shirley just told us that she got information that it was actually 13 pages, but due to the increase in the font size, it went up to 24 pages. All right. But let's assume, even taking the argument of taking this information of 13 pages or what have you, looking at the way things went today, the speech writer or the president, who do you think should take the blame for what happened?
Thank you, Nelson.
Should we shift the blame on the speech writer for writing a lengthy speech, knowing fully well that the occasion was one that was attended by a lot of delegates, and those people had to go back, and it wasn't that occasion that was for the 2-hour speech or so?
Nelson, to do that would mean that somebody who died from eating too much food will blame the cook. To say the cook cook plenty food, that's why the person died from eating it. You eat the food, you decide how much you want to eat, how much is appropriate for you. That president, look, I give speech before. I've given speech so many times. And guess what? When the speech is written by somebody or you yourself write it, you have to know the audience first. You have to know exactly who you are delivering this thing to and how long you want to go for and how long you are able to go for. So listen, for Ome Boaka or President Boaka to not be able to make that decision that, look, I know myself that any of you around me here, this is how far I can go with this and make that decision and be stern on it and say, look, I'll be assertive on this one that I cannot go more than this one. And this is how I want you to shrink this speech so that I'll be able to deliver it in the shortest possible time to get out of there because we're going to be outdoor. All those things have to be taken into consideration. He's to be blamed. He's the one. Look, this is his program. He is the center of attraction on this whole thing. Let me tell you, even for them to have that program outside there, it was his call. It wouldn't be anybody's call. That's his call. He has to make no calls. He would say, okay, we'll do it outside. We're not doing football fee. We'll do the budget. We'll be smaller and everything. So he's to be blamed.
Do you equally subscribe to this whole, finally on this one, do you subscribe to this argument that the place was hot? The president had the, how do you call it, Mickey? Body armor? And all of that. And then the African shirts and everything, and then it just led to what happened. The atmosphere, the place being so hot and all of that. Instead of this argument that he's not well.
Nelson, look, I would still not agree that because he wore the armor, that's why this happened. I think we should be let's look in the eye of the truth and say it. Even if it will make us unpopular. Let's say it. It will heal us. This man is not well. And people should not be fooling themselves about his health, or status. He's not well.
Thank you. We're about to move to the lines. But okay, Emmy, take 20 seconds quickly.
Nelson, I just want to.
Yes, first of all, I want to say that George can I come here and kind of lecture us about fat. Then he gave us one example of that he has spoken the fact during we have administration that he want to be a true speaker now. Then we will know that he's an advocate for the truth. Don't come here and lecture us just because you feel that that's the truth with your politics to run with it doesn't make it the truth. People die all the time in the USA from heat exhaustion. All of them don't have high budget in their hearts. Okay, like you said, Ambassador Boaka does. None of them do. So you can say people die from heat exhaustion because they have
Thank you.
problem with, and a
Nelson,
lot of people
I mean,
fainted over
20
there
seconds
today.
exhausted.
He did
Nelson,
not faint.
20
He had an
seconds
exhaustion. He had a little miss something, but he never fainted like everybody else did over there.
Thank
And they
you.
were not
Thank you.
old
I
as
mean,
he was.
let's leave it there.
Nelson,
I mean, Officer
Nelson,
Hands Johnson, quickly, 20
Nelson,
seconds.
this is
quickly.
this is like almost this thing. This guy talking is redundant and it just sounds ridiculous. Now, I'm not mean it's not insulting, ridiculous. The 2020, right? We standing up information. 2020 during the riot in June, the heat in America. Everybody can tell you, Nelson, the vest I show you, I'm wearing a vest that's 2 times heavier than that, right? Bro, I nearly passed off. My body passed off. People passed off. We're putting people will fight. We standing up information, trying to block protesters. It was Secret Service and our king started wasting water and helping us right in front of the White House. We're clearing it. So this man, when I said that, he knows nothing
Okay,
about
thank you.
vest
Thank you.
wearing and the
Thank
heat
you.
exhaustion.
Officer Johnson, thank you. Thank you for
It's
your 20
very
seconds.
unfair.
Marie, quickly.
Not 20 seconds on Nelson. For the sake of our audience, please, George has zero medical background to come on here and be misleading our audience. Let's just be clear here. The word hypothermia is a dangerous overheated body, usually in response to prolonged heat, human hot weather. Hypothermia occurs when the body heat regulating mechanism don't work effectively, and it affects mostly older people, and they can die from it. So do not come here and teach us. Josh, let me tell you something. I would take a president who would nearly faint due to what you call it, due to Mother Nature. I will take a president who would nearly faint due to Mother Nature any day over a president that cannot pronounce 50% of his speech, the words in it.
This is not about George Weah. This is not about George Weah. Let's talk about Boakai. Let's talk about Boakai. Let's talk about Boakai. He's the one that fainted.
Pronounce 50% of the words in
His speech is to be
Josh, we'll come back. We'll come
like
back.
African movie. It will be continued.
Quick round. Yeah, Sandy, 20 seconds quickly.
Nelson, I mean, we don't have time to educate our brother on the medical condition when it comes to heat. I'm sure George will want to change his career from engineering to medical to speak to this. Marie touched on it a little bit. I heard I heard your colleague today, Diamond. When Diamond was at the executive mansion, Diamond said, "When I was," and I'm quoting Diamond. He said, "When I was at the Capitol, it felt different than when I'm here." And I see at the Capitol, we were not even getting any breeze. At the executive mansion, we are receiving breeze. Georgia lives very, very close to Phoenix, Arizona, here in the United States. People die countless every year from heat exhaustion. So these things happen. Older people and younger people usually suffer the most. It has nothing to do with health. You can be as normal with no health issue, and you can pass out from extreme heat.
Thank you.
So don't mislead the people, my brother.
No, see, you almost passed out today. You got budget in your heart too.
Come on. I was fortunate to get water somewhere. Maggie, quickly, 20 seconds, then we come to you.
Thank you, Mary. When my hand was up, I was about to talk about hypothermia because George cannot come here and Nelson put me on the back when I tried to correct George. Nelson, you need to stop that because George will not be misleading the audience and we cannot correct it. Sometimes it's good to correct someone when they're saying something that is inappropriate or when it's wrong. I would like somebody to correct me on the platform too when I'm saying something that is not correct. So yes, thank you, Mary, because when Nelson put me on the back, that's why I was about to talk. Even if you not only let me say something to older people. Heat affect all ages. All ages. When you hear, even if you leave a kid, we always hear the kids then die in a hot car. It's the same. Once that degree, it can even be hot water. Once that degree is over 100%, people die.
Thank you. Thank you, Maggie.
You cut me off with Army Lanny. I was still trying to take my breath, and you cut me off.
Maggie, I gave you just 20 seconds
keep
because
allowing George to mislead. the people, and sometimes we need to correct and educate. And educate. If everybody sick, everybody has some sickness in them. George is now 100% well. Everybody, we go through certain mental or health problems. You go to the hospital, your hair high.
Well, Nelson, well, I thought you are taking break because it had like too much for you tonight, right?
Thank you, Mikey. Thank you. So all of you have taken your 20 seconds. Josh, take 20 seconds and we'll go to the lines.
Thank you, guys. Look, I just
George,
look.
20 seconds, I got to give my own 20 seconds as a reporter to him too. So
I did not take my 20-second, Nelson, just so you
When
know.
will I talk? When will I talk? You don't do it to anybody when they are talking. You guys, every time I open my mouth, everybody just jump on the
time to talk. If Nelson gives you a 20 second, then you have to give someone 20 seconds as a reporter.
I'm going to give you your 20 seconds. All right? I'll give you your 20 seconds. Surely you have your 20 seconds. Josh, please go ahead.
Look, Nelson, we all know that during this program, there were a lot of people there. And with them were different people from different backgrounds. And nobody paused like our president paused in that speech to be continued, like an African movie part 2. This,
I think
is the first time. This is the first time. This is the first time in our history to ever see our president to pause his speech to be delivered another time, to be continued part 2 to come. It is a shame.
Thank you.
You brought this shame on us because of your hate, guys. That's what you did. You brought it on us. And we will experience it for a long time to come, for 6 years.
Mickey.
Thank you, you know that. Thank God you know
That's
that.
when you finish my play, Joe, we had the one you almost fell off when he began on. He fell off.
He can't even pronounce 50% on the warning is.
Mickey, please go ahead.
You know, before George started his ranting, he said, I will say my truth and my facts. Listen, that alone should have informed each and every one of us here that.
And someone here is saying that Josh always speak the truth.
Bro, look at it, man. Look at the picture. Can you see the picture?
Thank you, Abigail. Thank you. At least I got one fan. At least I got one fan. That's great.
Look at the profile picture. Birds of the same feather flocks together. Listen, George said he would speak his truth. That's why he always speak his truth. Listen, George, news flash. Truth is not subjective. It's objective. Facts are objective. So your truth is not a truth. For you to sit here on this public medium to misinform, not even misinform, because misinformation is sometimes a mistake, to disinform the people, which is done deliberately, that people can only die or be affected from heat exhaustion because they have underlying health issues. You sound like a joker. Because we watched the World Cup in Qatar. There were times they were giving all of the teams heat break. It's called heat calf. I serve in the military.
Right now.
I said it plenty time in training. They tell you to take a break to go and hydrate because of heat calf. And you come here acting like you so informed on issues. Stick to your place of specialty. You're an engineer. When it comes to that part, I will not discuss with you because I got nothing. There are certain topics you just don't have to speak. Because every time you attempt to do, and you don't have knowledge on it, people will not take you serious, bro.
How does that change the fact that our president paused his speech? How does that change the fact that our president paused his speach?
Shirley, please take your 20 seconds quickly.
I don't think I want to waste my time on responding to George, because I mean it's obvious that he came here for he been watching the show Beyond the Scenes, so he came here for us to educate him. And I'm gonna use his own word on him, George. Let us educate you, not just me, but all of us. And I hope you have copyboard and pen so that you can write this down, because we love you so much and we do not want you to come here and sound like you are not part of us, because you are part of us. So heat.
Shelley, I love to
George.
be educated. Thank you. I like to learn everything. Trust me.
Yeah,
Go ahead. I'll
exactly.
listen.
And I know that's what you are here for. So, no disrespect, George. We are here to educate you that yes, indeed, heat is something that is very dangerous to get to kill. Whether you are old, you are young, it happens all the time. So that's why when it's too hot, they give heat warning. And I'm not sure which planet you are on, but I hope you can take a note and know that when it's too hot, you need to take care of yourself and take care of your family.
Thank you.
And yeah, thank you, Josh.
So
Thank you.
nothing
So
before we go to
guys,
the
we are
before we
about
go.
to
Yeah, nothing before we
Oh
go.
man,
Let me just say
I
something
got 30
quickly.
seconds.
Maybe you guys did not understand me. You did not understand me. I think I gotta make this clarity. You did not understand me. I'm not saying that heat exhaustion or heat or hypothermia does not affect everyone. It does. But people who that it possible that it can kill or who it can affect adversely are people who have underlying health problem. It can affect anyone like headache. Okay, all right. Because here in Australia, there are
Yeah.
Eh,
times they tell people who have
Nelson, my 20
underlying health
seconds.
condition when it's
Nelson,
hot,
we
please do
hard
not
liars.
be
thank you, guys.
Now,
outdoors.
Thank you, guys.
Sachin,
We are
you
going
ready?
to the line. We are going to the line. Guys, let's
Nelson,
mute ourselves. We are
Nelson,
going to
please
the
don't
line.
go to the
my
line.
30 seconds, my man.
Yeah, but
Nelson,
once
no
we
30
come back,
seconds.
I will add the 20 seconds to your
Then you're
closing
close on me. Oh.
We are
I'll be your
closing,
first.
yeah, closing.
Yeah. Let's take our first caller here. We
You're
have the
laughing.
WhatsApp
I want to make
number.
it to me, but make it
You
stop
can
for
call
me.
us on 0555-101075. You'll be live. This is the late night show. We're here on Spoon 107.5, Fabric 101.1, Super 95.5, and online Spoon TV, Fabric TV, Super TV, and on YouTube, Spoon Talk Live. Let's talk to our first person here. Hello, you live.
All right, hello. Am I live, Nelson?
You are live, sir. Let's hear you.
All right, this is Elston, the legend. We say I'm following you guys very closely. A very heated discussion, but it's going very well. Listen, let me provide some education to my brother on the panel, George. When you don't know something, you most times speak about it ignorantly. That's why 19-year-old kid, look it up, Braden Bradford, a community college student. He was playing American football, and he died on the field of heat stroke. When heat exhaustion is not treated, it leads to heat stroke. That is a medical condition. What is not your area, do not speak on it. Look, having established that is public record, anybody can look that up.
Are you agreeing with Josh when he said that it affects people who have underlying health condition?
Not necessarily. That's why it's a public record. Look it up. Well, here is the issue. The issue here is we are not going to be like the outgoing government. For instance, if President Weir had feces on his shoe by walking somewhere by mistake, feces got on his shoes, if they tell him that they would tell his aides would tell him, President Weir, it's piece of cake on your shoe. It's not feces. We will be upfront with our government that we fought to bring to state power. I come in and say, let me land on this. We will not hide the truth. There were lapses today that people air, and we are going to fix it and we're going to move forward. We're not going to be blind loyalists like they did in their government. Look, any day, like Ms. Ketter said, we will pick a president that has some health issues than a president that is extremely limited and knows absolutely nothing. George Weah was a misfit for presidency. He was not a presidential material. That's the reason why he's after 6 years. I appreciate you, Nelson. We'll proceed.
Hallelujah.
With the rest.
Thank you. Proceed with knowledge. The poor presenter fan special. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, you are live. Let's hear you.
Yes. Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you, but please reduce the volume of the gadget in the background. There's a feedback, and you have to.
Oh, okay, that's my computer. Okay.
Oh God.
Okay. Hello, can you hear me
please
now?
go ahead. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, George. This is Mensa Jones again, calling from New Jersey to talk to you again. This is the lady who advised you when you were so angry when JMB won the election here in JKK. You guys stop this hate. Heat extortion, we will live here in the United States, as my brother just said. When the meteorology is telling you when it's above, when the degree is going almost to 100, they say stay indoors. So all the people who sit there today at our program and they talk to JSK, they got health issue? No, they don't. Jeremiah Kuhn. They say a couple of his family members, even Sinta, young people. So what is wrong with you? You kept biting your lips. When people bite legs, you know what? That's head into them.
Thank
I
you.
tell you, stop.
Thank you.
You don't know.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's read
Because
it.
you
Thank
hit
you.
on the cross you will have
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We want men to have health issues. Josh, try to mute. Let's have
Now, if you
everyone.
hate somebody, I beg you, I get plenty to
Oh,
do.
you're live. Okay, so we lost this person. Let's take this person from here. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you calling from? Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm
Please post more energy inside, Chief.
Thanks for
Let's hear
the
you.
on discussion.
Yeah.
I want to ask Brother Joe, how many degrees he really in terms of medication?
How many degree the man get in medical activities?
Yeah.
The man are engineer.
I want to
Go
ask
ahead.
First a practitioner.
Can't they do when we were playing at the SKD where people were looking for him and they brought
Too bad we lost him. Well, the lines are very hard. So let's see if we take this person here. We come back and talk to this person. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from?
Yes.
Hello. Yeah, please go ahead.
So yeah, I just want to say shortly that do not give credence to Josh on the show, like when he's giving his view that don't make sense. It's like everybody like just following his lead, and you making him kind of little notorious. I mean, just play him low and focus on other matters that really affect the Liberian people. And the thing I want to say is that we are very grateful for JMB, and we are 100% hopeful that he will deliver. So we rather somebody who's going to come over there, even if JMB was not on the picture, we would rather take a Cor Roche over Manawia.
Thank you.
Because he was just a play ball.
Thank you.
Look
Thank you.
how he just left the place on ceremoniously today.
Let's
Man,
go you
this
there.
man is not presidential material.
Thank you. Let's go you there and take this person right here. Hello, you live. Your name and where you calling from? The lines are so hard. Portland. Hello.
Hello, Nelson.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, I'm calling for our brother George again. You know, George came on here telling the other panelists that how they know the guy was healthy that passed out. But how does George know the guy wasn't healthy? He said, don't say the guy healthy, you don't know him. Does George know that, brother? Is he a doctor to assume that the guy may have had health issue? And another thing, we would take a sick president any day over George Weah.
Thank you.
And all those people that voted for George Weah, your future generation will thank the opposition for voting for Joseph Boga, because nothing of George Weah was going to set your children back 20 years.
Thank you very much, Francis, for your input. Let's take this. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from? I don't know what's happening with this. Okay, we take this call. Hello, let's hear you.
Hey, Nancy, what's up?
Yes, sir. It's good to have you on the show.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. I'm Amos Raja calling from Waterloo, Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing I want to say, we are thankful to God that our president, nothing different happened to him. That's one of the main points. But what I want to say is the program planner, when they carry, there is nothing that a detector or something that will carry on to know the pressure of the weather today. Because it's say unity, I'm saying today. And although that got affected at the place there, I want to tell my brother Josh, it is not because of the president's speech was so low or because you were not healthy.
Thank
you.
You.
It is a hit.
Thank you.
It's a hit that caused all of the problem.
Thank you, sir.
So we shouldn't stay here and say that our brother that died because you were not healthy or he something.
Let's go you there, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Let's squeeze in another person. Hello? Hello, please go ahead. Hello? Yeah, hello, you're live. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Dora Walker. I'm calling from Ghana City.
Let's hear you.
One thing I want to say, I tell God, thank you that nothing happened to our president. One way they want to carry it, one way they want to say because they're having whole lot that they are saying. Oh yes, I know that they are not human beings because if they were human beings, the thing that happened, everybody saw it and they got it on the Facebook, all kind of things they see. We tell God, thank you.
Thank
and
you.
for all those that are praying for this country, for good things will come for our Liberia, good things will come for our Liberia. Thank you.
Thank
and
you
have a
very
blessed
much.
day.
Thanks a lot. Let's take another person. Hello, you live. Your name and where you call from?
My name is Vasco Sumo.
Oh.
I call from North Carolina, Charlotte.
Okay, Vasco.
I mean,
it's good to have
Sadia,
you.
first of all, let me say thank to everybody on the show for keeping up the show up to this time. But what I observed from your panelists today, that's what George said. It's good sometimes to say the facts. We all know what have been taking place when it comes to our president. So what happened today? Everybody's saying, oh, there was a heat absorption. So what is the medical report? What are you guys speaking of? Everybody just saying, oh, yeah, it was a heat absorption. No, because we have people sitting down there even older than Mr. Barker. And they don't went through what he went through today. There's just a clear evidence of what we've been saying all along. And, God working a way that when you're ready to disgrace people, he bring it in a place that the whole world, today everybody know that Barker is
Nobody can deny it.
So Vasco, let me ask you the question. So you're saying the thing that
Amen.
happened, you say that God working, you think that how
yeah,
God
that
can
God
work?
working.
Go pausing. Go pausing.
No, Josh, stop interrupting. Thank you. Thank you, Vasco. Thank you, sir. We'll take the last two calls and then we wrap up for tonight. Let's see if we take this person. Unfortunately, I lost this one and this one. And okay, hello.
Hey, Nelson, how are you?
Yes, sir. We're okay. Let's hear you.
It's just like, even though they show everybody got right to court, the Vasco guy don't deserve to call on issue. They got one, having a show a few weeks ago, insulting our current first lady. Real man cross the particular ball. So the particular boy, you're not even supposed to call on the show yet. Yeah. You can do your politics, you do what you call, that woman that can bore you all the time. You can't be sitting on your show and because that woman, then you can't be calling on the show to know this and that. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Vakabina Toure, the guy is in Liberia. Toure, it's good to have you on the show. But Toure, what's happening to your background?
Yeah, my man, making to all. Look, I'm on my way from the inaugural ball, but I just listened to Vasco, right? And I'm thinking about. I said, what the heck is going on? What the heck is Vasco talking about? Look, heat exhaustion is a real thing, and I'm just shocked that he lives in America and he don't even know that to be to be an issue. All right, everybody suffers from heat exhaustion. I've suffered from it. All right. So to actually make light of it and try to politicize the whole process, it's absolutely inhumane to do that. We are Liberian for God's sake. Put politics aside and then look at what happened today. It was not only GMB that actually been affected by this. There are a lot of people, but you know why everybody's talking about GMB? Because the camera was directly on him. That's why. But there are numerous of people that are suffering from this thing. So let's put the politics aside and try to look at it from a from a human perspective.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Nelson.
you, Toure. But you're in Liberia and it's 4 a.m. and you said you're coming for inaugural ball. Anyway, Megan to all. Thank you. Thank you very much, Toure. But folks, we have to go. I'm sorry we can't take calls again. We're out of time. Let's just do our closing quickly. Starting with you, Maggie. Maggie, you're always in the spot. Then when I bring you before George, you say you want for George to go before you. But you're always in
I
the
can go
spot.
before
No,
her
you put
if
me
she
in our
wants.
spot. You put me in our spot. But you
Okay,
can take
let
way.
George do a closing now. Saying you say
Yeah,
you
go
want.
ahead,
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson, and thank you to my fellow panelists. Look, uh, it is what it is. We fall down inside, like I posted immediately after that
Jesse,
that
I'm not
incident.
interrupting, but what is the time limit? I don't want George to go
Okay,
5 minutes and you limit me to 1
yeah,
minute.
you're right. You're right. So
Thank you, Sandy. Me too.
you guys should
And
slow down.
they ain't let her hear the truth.
What
So
are
they want
you?
to the truth.
You're true
So
or the
they,
pure
you
truth?
can't,
Correct
you can't,
information.
you
Okay,
can't
so
wear,
guys,
you
we're
can't wear
going to
African
do
suit here.
we are going to do 1 minute each for the closing.
All right.
Okay,
So
so
look, I got a father, right? And my father is actually bedridden. He's sick. I think I said it on the show the other time. I feel for people when they are not well. And, for even those of us who are close to him, it affects us, mentally and even, physically. So, look, I got a place for the current president. I think he deserves, to be in good health. He deserves the care and the protection of everything that, will make him to live, a better life, a life without being aided. But the thing is that we need to say the truth when it is time to do so. I think the vice president knows himself very well. He knows that he's not well. But he allowed these people to lead him on because these people know that without him they could not win an election. So
exactly.
they had to pull him, they had to pull everything, they had to prop him. When he went for the whole we will carry you until now they got the jobs now. That's what they wanted. And they will not
Thank you.
listen to that old man anymore. So look,
Thank
it
you.
is sad. I just
Thank
hope that Liberia survives the 6 years. Thank you.
thank you. Maggie, let's start with you, then we will continue on the roll.
Josh, Josh. I pity you. Um, that you will come here and try to make it say disinform our people. But I'm not here to educate
To a
you.
point, Nelson, Nelson, to a point. The thing is that what I've been finding of this show now is that everybody want to address what George has said instead of addressing the issue that we are discussing. I think it's a disservice to our listeners as well that you will come on here instead of saying something and say, look, this is my position. This is how I want this thing to happen. This is what I think is the truth. And you just come and say, attack
Yeah,
George.
and I
Pity
think
you.
that's
Pity you. And that's wrong. You
I
can't come
think
in and pity
that's a
me.
bit,
Who are you
guys.
to pity me?
No,
It's my opinion.
and I
State
think
yours. And that's it. Let's go
yeah,
home.
Josh,
State your
yeah,
opinion.
yeah, Josh, you have a point on that. I think we should let's address the issues. All right, you can take a different side, you can take a different position, you can make your point without even mentioning anyone. But again, you're disagreeing with that person. So let's not make the show about one person or one individual. So, yeah.
I didn't
Are
agree
you
with
guys
you,
done?
Nelson. Nobody
When you're done,
George
just
made a
let
Nelson,
show.
me
don't
know
encourage
so
that,
we can continue.
please.
Oh my God.
No, but George
Yeah.
made a show about
Okay.
himself. We didn't
Maggie,
know
George,
this.
Maggie, guys, let's have Maggie to go. Maggie, your 1
My
minute start.
position cannot make the show be about me. My position
Okay,
is my position.
George,
Talk your
George,
own.
kindly
So
mute.
Talk your
anybody
own.
in
That's
here
George,
all.
I
is
will call
George,
your
saying
name when I'm
kindly,
talking.
he wants
I
to
will
kindly
call your
say.
mute
name.
George.
Why
Let's
should he
let's
detect
mute.
what people say?
Guys, kindly mute your microphones. Let's have Maggie to do her closing. Maggie, please go ahead.
okay. I hope I'm not going to be interrupted again.
Okay, guys, please don't interrupt Maggie. She's making her point. Her 1 minute is on. The time is rolling. So let's have
No, the
Maggie.
time cannot be rolling and Nelson. You have to start our clock over.
Okay, I started over. See, it's all
I
zero.
have my clock start here too.
Okay, go ahead.
As I was saying, I pity for someone to come here, George. George will not hold my tongue to disinform our people. He can say anything he like. It's up to him. But I know our Liberian people understand when it comes to heat. We have even sunburn from hypothermia. So what happened today? Sad, and I just want people to know from the medical side that anybody with a baby, you don't even have to have an underlying cause to gonna go through that. It's a medical emergency. And that's why most often when it's over 100 degrees, you will start having your form and like that you should stay home, stay indoor, wear some cream, and lot of and stuff that people would say. So
Thank you.
for what happened today, it was sad, and it's a planning committee.
Thank you, Maggie. Officer Hans, let's hear you.
Can I say something too?
No, but let's just do the closing, Amy, please.
I mean, Josh asked to say something. He gave me all the time, so I don't know why I can't say anything. I'm just
Amy,
saying.
please, let's do our closing, please. Officer Johnson, you want to go, sir?
Thank you, Nelson. First, I want to again say congratulations to Honorable President Joseph Boyka and Vice President and all the Liberian people. Many thanks to my EPS brother over there. Hope to see you soon. I appreciated what you did today. And congratulations to the first 5 appointed, most especially. I held his name and I'm grateful. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Honorable IG, Gregory Coleman, we that know you from way back, cutting on days, Buster Bus. Congratulations, brother. You got it, and I trust you're going to serve the Liberian people. And the chief of staff and the other names that were, I wish we were going to go there so we can talk about this, but
Yeah, but we didn't have the luxury of time.
You call me on about. Look at my tongue. I just wish, and I'm looking forward to seeing a good LDEA appointee. I have a name. I'm gonna wait and see when they drop, but I know who's gonna be dropping there, and I know he's gonna fight drugs in that country, and every other thing gonna be hopefully great in Liberia. But we have to work together to see President Boyka succeed and Liberia move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. And I must appreciate you for doing it in time. Just 1 minute, you are done. Sandy, please go ahead, sir. Because
Well, I also want.
I seen somebody some kind of blue, I don't know, blue or gray shirt will come in. But anyway, go ahead, George. Sorry,
So my
Cindy.
time starting now, right?
Yeah, I'm starting now.
I also want to follow suit on the officer hands. I want to congratulate Liberia. I want to congratulate His Excellency. Now we can say His Excellency President Joseph Yuman Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. So congratulations to him, and congratulations to us as a nation. We did something today that we couldn't have, that we didn't do in the past, that took us back. It set us back for over 15 years to transition, to allow power to roll from one president to another. We did it today as a country. That tells me that our nation is moving forward. This is good news. We can put the past behind us. We can move forward and rebuild Liberia. It gives me hope that I may leave this world, living a Liberia that I did not meet. I met a messy Liberia. And the trend that we are on, if we should keep it that way, Liberia will be better. There is no more CDC Liberia. There is no more UP Liberia. There is no more ANC Liberia. There is the Republic of Liberia. So whether you are a sedition, or UPist, or Eddie Zena Coming supporter, let us all rally around our president to ensure that he succeeds. If President Boakai fails, Liberia fails. Let us do it together. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll bring Alfred and Rudolph. They're in the background. Do I see Rudolph here? I don't see Rudolph here. Okay, but
can I leave so you can bring them? Is it okay? I'll leave if you want to.
Let's conclude with those on set, then I'll bring the guys in. Mickey, go ahead, sir.
All right. I will just run through because I have 1 minute, right? I will just read a comment of Emmanuel Foley III. He said, LOL, laugh out loud, George. When you turn to goat amongst sheep, this is what you get. So when that one doesn't need any explanation. It deciphers itself. Yeah, but when I listen to the likes of George
Nelson, you cannot allow people to read insulting messages here. This is unfair. I don't know whether you controlling the show or somebody calling something. No, this is, I don't know how you guys doing it. I don't know how you're doing it. Nelson, it's unfair to me what you allow people to do on the show. It's unfair. And you guys want us to be intelligent here, to sit here to discuss like intelligent people, and you make this sort of outrageous comments. and you think it's fine.
But let me say
Because
this, guys. Let me say
I don't
this,
know,
guys.
you guys, something's really wrong.
Josh, let me say this. Let me say this. This will, it will not always be a smooth conversation. As much as it is an intellectual exchange where people have diverse views, that guy didn't mean to call you goat. You know that, Josh.
Diversity,
I mean,
yeah.
Do you read the comments? Do you read the
it's
comments?
just
Do you read the comments?
Diverse.
Josh,
Do you read the comments?
you will not believe how many comments are
No, I
deleted.
just want people to, because guess what? I could do similar thing to people here. To
Yeah,
read comment from someone when they insult you, I can't read it to everybody, and you think it is good, then we can continue it.
no,
So
Josh.
if somebody calls me a goat among sheep, and you think it is okay for
Okay,
Mickey to
okay,
How
read
is
it
that
aloud,
insulting,
so
Mr.
that
Intelligent?
I'm not
guys,
speaking to you, Mama. Just hold on. I'm speaking to Nelson.
Ask a
He's the
question.
one.
He's good
Josh,
at
No, I'm not
listening.
answering your question. I'm not supposed to.
I'm muting everybody now. Let's have um Mickey. Mickey, please.
Listen,
Your
man,
1 minute
there is
starts
something
now.
called figure of speech. George went to school. He always boasts that he has a master's degree. They got something called metaphor. They got something called simile. You should know figure of speech. He doesn't really mean you are a goat as in the literal sense of the word goat or the animal. So let's get past that. That thing is elementary. Now, here is the thing. When I listen to the likes of George and Vasco talking about God is working and God did this and God did that, you know what? I'm very appreciative of the cross. I appreciated that Jesus came and died so that we're not living in the days of Uriah, where when you call God kneel and die, he can just strike you dead. To listen to somebody that Vasco and George talking about God do it. Look, man, God, Jesus, thank you. Thank you that he died on the cross. Listen, this man sat on this show a couple of minutes ago and tried to be all sentimental. I got a father who's ailing. I'm sorry to hear that. So I got a source.
Nelson, I hope you are looking at the time.
I got a sore. Mama, you keep interrupting me. I will keep adding my time.
I mean,
I
you
got
get
a
20
sore spot for
seconds.
JB, and I want him to do good. Look, everybody can see through you that you are faking, you are lying, and you yet trying to lecture us about being truthful and whatsoever. You know you don't have no sore spot for JB. Be like me. I don't like George Weah. I don't like George Weah. I don't like Jefferson Kochi. I don't have to lie and fake things. If you keep talking about speaking truth, speak truth. Don't come here and be faking, bro.
Thank you. Wow. Marie, let's hear you.
I just want to congratulate the president Joseph Newman Braga once again, and I just want to say for the likes of Vasco, incompetent fellow panelists that ran away from the heat because he couldn't handle it. I don't think I would like to respond to such a person. But I don't want Josh to come on this platform thinking we're all responding to you. Prior to you coming on this platform today, we all had our different views. But when you come on here and misinform people, we're going to correct you, which is what the panel should be about. When you say something, we buttress on what you say, or we give our views of what you're saying. So I would have loved to spend my time today discussing the newly appointed individuals that Joseph Braga appointed, but nevertheless, tomorrow is another day to hope for. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Just in 1
Amen.
minute.
Amen.
I mean, yeah, the mission, everything ain't easy. Anyway, Shirley, please go ahead.
Nelson, I still do think that we need to do some kind of prayer. And no, I don't have my Bible. So, Nelson, I am going to take my 1 minute and just pray for our president, our country, and just the love of our brother, and pray for his family. And it's going to be short. And I will keep aiming to toast for the new elected appointed leaders, who one of them having to be my own daddy, Mr. Komen. I know he is going to do an excellent job. I trust his ability to do what he knows how to do well. But if you guys don't mind, you don't have to pray with me. You don't have to close your eyes, but I'm led and I'm going to pray. And I'm so proud to be a Christian. It doesn't matter where I'm at. So let's pray, guy, please. Father God, I just want to tell you thank you today for a new Liberia. Thank you, Lord, for our president. Thank you for the vice president, and thank you for just a peaceful time today in Liberia. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for everyone that were able to be part of the program, Lord. Everything, you take all the glory. I commit the 5 leaders that were appointed in your hand, God, that will play key role in our country. I pray that you will give them wisdom. You will give them
Amen.
knowledge.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Nelson,
Shirley, God is a respecter of time.
Nelson, no, I think you took 1 minute of my time, so I need you took few seconds of my time.
Mother Akwe is telling me, Nelson,
Nelson, you took few seconds of my time.
That ain't no prayer made up to be behind time.
Nelson, you took few seconds of my time. That wasn't nice at all, but it's okay.
Nelson, they long prayer. That what keep me like right behind. Long prayer.
But why all of you talking together? Are you guys talking to me? Why all of you talking together? That's what makes you need to give me my 1 minute back, because everyone.
There you go.
We say,
man, I gotta go, man. Nelson, I gotta go, man.
He should have just wanted to know I caught your pressure, but don't get
my man, your coat red and your nose red too.
Mickey, did you just come back for me here today?
No, I'm telling Nelson what he did to me.
Looking out for you.
Yeah, okay. Nelson, you cut my prayer short. But I just pray that God protect Liberia, and we are looking forward to a better Liberia, honor the leadership of our new president. And I love his speech. There is no what I say, people from Grand Crew, Grand Gila, we are all Liberians. We all work together to make Liberia better.
Thank you.
We'll rescue all this.
Let's hear from Moba quickly. Guys, we out of time. We have to go. Let's hear from Moba. Please take your 1 minute.
Thank God, it was a good show. We are looking up to JMB, the new elected president, to do his work and make sure, point people according to their credentials so they can be able to perform well. Let him make sure, the Liberian people will be done perfectly, because that's the reason why they elect him, more especially the security sector should be, well revamped. By Kinshin, that man who a press conference I listened to recently, he said there will be no buyer. That he said a lot of things, but I think everything was contrary to what he was saying, because for the past 6 years he was police RG, he did nothing, but he's a buyer for the past regime. He beat other people, and there was no accountability for certain people. And we don't want to eat this regime. This regime should be. Remember, 1 million every year. Let me see the time.
You're almost done. You're almost done. 20 seconds.
That's fine, man. All right, that's fine, man.
Oh, so you're getting angry with your time?
No. All right, man.
This is very interesting.
Guys, I gotta leave. I gotta go.
Man, you just call me over. You still let me
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have a pleasant.
Yeah,
that's fine, man.
Oh, you gotta wear that Emmy clothes because we all have to toast.
No, I gotta go.
You can't
no, Daddy, do the call, man. I gotta go. Emmy understands that.
Okay, so let's hear from Alfred quickly, guys. We're out of time. Alfred, if you take 45 seconds, that will be okay.
I'd like to start my closing with President. I think this brother is extravagantly reckless. George Weah is extravagantly reckless. In the middle of a national program, the brother still want to be seen as the shining star. It's quite unfortunate that, we were able to give him this power. It's unfortunate. But what I can say to you, Nelson, this is a new Liberia. Liberians are yearning for economic independence.
Okay.
We had a political independence in 1847. Now we are yearning for economic independence. Liberians want to be independent. They want to be proud of themselves. And I look forward to JMB making those decisive decisions that will bring trickle-down effect to our people. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So it's left with Armin.
Hey guys, just a disclaimer: it's a Malta. I don't drink liquor. Just so y'all know that. But anyways, thank you, Nelson. Oh, it's a good thing today. We had our president sworn in, and that's even though it was an embarrassment for our country, but the most important thing that it will for happens, and we hope that the planning squad, everybody will learn from this something and do better next time. And we will pray for GMB that whatever the devil meant for evil, God turn it around today. And they're still running around, going with misinformation. Nobody else, anything happened to nobody else today. Thank God we were all watching. We also that end up in the hospital and die. If they don't be careful, JMB will be listening to that funeral messages because you can be praying for somebody to die and you will be the one that funeral he will be standing over. That's all I have to say. Thank you, Mama Liberia. Congratulations, and we hope and pray for a new day.
Yeah, and again, yes, I think it's been a great show. Thank you, Alfred Konowa. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, George.
January 22nd. January 22nd of every year will be the day of printing.
I'm muting you now. Thank you, Gerald Cindy. Thank you, Shirley.
He never finted.
It's okay.
So, we appreciate all of you guys for being here tonight. We look forward to a great show tomorrow. Until then, the man will be the first person I remove. So I want to say thanks to all of you, man. It's been a great show. Thank you, Cindy, Maggie. Thanks for being here, Officer Hans Johnson. Thanks for being here tonight. Yeah, what is it you wanted to say quickly?
No, I wanted to say, did y'all see that farewell speech yesterday that you already fainting and you're not even in the heat?
I think you.
And they come in here talking about a man who are reading songs.
I mean, you gotta go.
Thank you, Nelson. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Shirley. Thank you, Officer Johnson. We appreciate all of you for being here tonight. Folks, we'll come back. We'll be here tomorrow with another edition of the Late Night Show. Until then, I'm Nelson Collier. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of the show. We'll be back. The team will be here tomorrow with another fascinating show. Until then, have a good night and bye-bye.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, Stan Turner with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the South.